Hey, we're live again. Look at that. Again. Yeah.
Oh, now we're back.
We're back. Welcome back to episode 5 of the Rolling 20's. I know, we've made it so far. Feels like a lifetime, even though it's only been, 7 weeks real life for us, but whatever. Yeah. No sponsors or anything, despite the jokes made right before the start of this. So, no shenanigans to get through at the starts. Thanks to everyone who has been watching. We've actually been doing better than I expected at the start. And again, goal is still trying to hit affiliate on Twitch. And once we do so, we will have a dice bag giveaway with some dice and some other fancy stuff. And there you go. I will probably cut in before this or at the end of the episode some other announcement stuff, but I'll save that for future me to deal with. So,
Take
did
it away,
anyone else have any? Okay, yeah, true. I don't know. Anyone else have anything cool or witty to say real quick before we get started? Optional. Participation not required.
Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
All
There
the
we
trauma.
go. There we go.
Too much drama. Hopefully this week we have a bit of a bit of lighthearted content.
Yeah.
Somehow.
What? You don't know me.
Why would you jinx it
come
like
on.
that?
Yeah, I say lighthearted content, we all die. TPK.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Oh,
We're actually going to be making new characters on stream.
Yes.
So, anyway, your team name should be the Trauma Squad.
That's
but
actually a
jokes
meta
aside,
game.
No.
let's
Too much trauma.
Let's
Can't even
get
have the
started.
name trauma.
So last time, after finally making your way to Fort Thunderhead and crossing a dreaded bridge, dastardly bridge, you entered cautiously into the fort. There were gnolls in the courtyard. They appeared to be in the process of some sort of ritual. After a little bit of fairly unsuccessful scouting, you decided it was best to stop them. And as such, you followed a brightly shining Kalis into the ritual room, maybe alerting them a little bit sooner than you wanted to, losing any chance of an ambush, but it's fine. And you fought. It was scrappy. Kalis almost died.
I missed every shot.
Insta-died. Farron did real
Yeah, not
bad. Quilly was doing pretty good. Volkar was better than
Existing.
some. Yeah. Derek learned his lesson about arrows real quick.
You did guide bolt the
And-
shit out of those gnolls though.
You did. Lila got her ass beat a pretty good bit. And to say that you won would maybe be a lie, but you didn't lose necessarily, depending on your definition of the word. The ritual
Still here.
completed, revealing a gray-skinned male figure who, in a sudden flurry of movement, dispatched the remaining gnolls, including the one with the scepter and the gimp leg that was leading the ritual. And a second figure, similar in appearance, though nude and female, stepped through the rift that was opened and told, who you later learned is her brother, to return and let her deal with you. She had quite a bit to say. She dislikes her brother and wants to use this opportunity to get in his way without him knowing. He's, maybe trying to bring back Lolth the Spider Queen to kill you all. She doesn't really like that, wants to help you help yourselves, apparently. And you all saw some stuff in your brains, and she gave you a pouch, specific details of a ritual to be performed in the house of one Lord Numa, a dwarven lord in Fletcher's Eye. It is to be done utilizing a specific black orb that is currently held by her brother's cult, as she called it, within the region of the Vesper Timberlands, known as the Pit. And you have approximately 6-ish weeks to get this done of your own accord. Apparently, if you don't do it, there will be no negative ramifications, and she will reclaim the bag and go on her own way. After the strange conversation, you had some some various responses to the things you had seen and experienced recently, and decided to camp for the night inside the fort. And as we wake up in the morning, fresh off of a long rest, let that be known, that's where we begin. So the scene is yours. The blizzard has seemed to die down a bit. It's still definitely coming down pretty heavy, but you can at least see now. And there you all are in the morning. What would you like to do?
I'd like to think that Volkar wakes up a little early and tries to find the place that he saw in that vision. Like that vantage point.
Okay. Easy enough. Walking around a bit outside, you recognize the bulk of what you had seen happened pretty much directly in front of the fort. There was, for a lot of it, the ravine was much smaller. There were more bridges that were, actually built and maintained and weren't just shitty wood things falling apart. The flashes you caught of the fort, it was much larger. There was a lot of infrastructure that no longer exists here. But generally, you were just in front of the fort, just looking out.
Looking from that position, is there anything left from that battle that I saw? That anything like scattered on the ground, like any marks? He wants to confirm this actually happened.
Okay.
As it was in the vision.
Give me a perception check.
I should know this by now. So that's a dirty 20.
As you spend a few minutes walking about, looking, it's a little bit tough with the amount of snow that has fallen recently. But as you glance down into the ravine, you can see still frozen bodies, kind of loosely visible beneath the ice in some parts. You actually see what looks like parts of the fort itself, from what you can imagine, had been destroyed and fallen down there. Can't really make out too much detail on things, given A, how far it is, and B, the snow, but it does seem that something did happen here.
Thank you very much. I think that's what, like, Volkar's just on the bridge confirming all of this, looking wistfully into the distance.
Of course.
Looking stoic and not crazy.
Okay. Everyone else, what are you doing?
I'm going to come down from the watchtower that I was at.
Okay.
But I'm actually going to look for a door on one of the buildings that can possibly come off of the hinges.
Yeah, there's doors.
Okay.
Like inside, there's a couple down the hallway that still exist.
My intention is to basically pull it off the hinge so that when we go back to that bridge to cross, I would just lay it down in that hole so that we could cross safely.
Okay.
Wow.
If it's long enough. Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough. It's been standing for quite some time. That's clever. I like that. That reminds me, don't forget you all get your inspiration die per usual, so make note of that.
What a smart cookie.
And use that.
Hey, I mean, if you guys want to spend another 45 minutes, doing checks,
fair enough.
jump past this, I can just leave the door where it's at.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But yeah, you do, Theron, you do take one of the wooden doors off from inside, and it's not quite large enough to be super comfortable for it, but it'll fit.
All I got.
Oh,
Oh,
is that a
that's
Mike?
a
Wild
certain-
Milo appears.
That's a certain half elf I hear.
Hello, I'm sorry.
You are fine. Not a problem. Me,
Looking all dapper, I see that.
Oh!
Look at you.
Look at that.
I literally just walked in.
If you need a couple minutes to go get comfortable, that's totally fine. You can go do that. We just got started, so.
Okay.
By the way, you...
He's gone.
It's cool. Milo wakes up late usually, I imagine, so,
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
Okay.
I think I wanted to talk to Lila, but honestly, I want to save that for later.
Okay.
But I will go. I want to get out of this fucking place.
It's too cold.
Is the blizzard still going?
Is it? Is the blizzard still going?
It's honestly, it's died down from blizzard to
Okay.
mild snowstorm. It's still snowy, but you can see it's definitely cleared up a good bit.
Everybody sleep okay?
I just want to get out of
Is
here.
that a trick question?
Slept great.
Yeah, I slept great too. I mean,
Well,
Are we gonna talk about? I think I picked up the pouch that was left.
yes, and the tablet with the ritual on
tablet.
it.
Are we gonna talk about this at all?
I think we should see where it leads.
I think it's best we talk about that when we actually get back to the city.
Fair enough.
You know, back at the tavern where we can all get a nice, good meal. 'Cause I'm fucking starving.
Maybe we'll actually get paid this time.
Maybe we will, but that wasn't my fault last time.
Didn't say it was.
For the listeners, last time they were supposed to get paid pretty decently. The party split a little bit, and the people who were supposed to get the money instead got some items without consulting the rest of the people.
Hey, at least we got Giant's piss.
You mean I got
And a
Giant's
sack of
piss?
bats.
And a psychopath. I love
Yeah,
that.
psychopaths.
Yep.
Well,
I could speak to the dead if I truly wish it. Which is nice.
That is correct. Any other quick conversations or things to attend to before we have our travel montage?
yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Not here.
Yeah.
Let's leave the
Okay.
freezing hellscape first.
So, for the sake of crossing the bridge, especially with Theron's smart idea, also I just noticed it. Mikey, real quick, Vorpal board seems to have forgotten the formatting of your name as well. If you could just
Just let us
Hold on.
know who you are. Stop being such a mysterious gentleman.
who is that dapper man?
Poetry.
But I would like you all to just give me, we'll just do a dex check, and I'm pretty much just looking, we don't want natural ones.
See, that's where it happens.
So, just roll that, and
You said dex check, right? My
I
specialty.
said dex check. Yeah.
That's
Now
a
you have
2.
4, and okay, 2's pretty
But
bad.
no, but that's a 3 minus 1, so it's a 2.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a 2 plus 2 for me.
Uh-oh, Izzy's disappeared.
Oh no!
Yes!
Oh lord. Oh lord.
The dreaded bridge strikes again.
Cooley doesn't know how to cross bridges, does she?
Okay.
It was cocked. It was like cocked, but it was a 12, and I was like, no, I'll just re-roll it.
Oh, no.
Anyone else get a 1?
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a
Natural
12.
20.
Oh, we got a natural 20. Okay, that is good to know. So, heading back across the bridge, you take your time. It's a lot easier this time without the quite so howling, gusty wind, and you can see a lot more. Theron, door gets set in place, made sure it's stable, everyone gets their way across, it's good. About 8 feet past that, Quilly just rolls an ankle and just starts going right off. Theron, I will let you
feather
cash in
fall.
the 20, and, well, before that, I will let you cash in your natural 20 and Theron's natural quickness to just as Quilly's about to tumble off, you manage to step over and just grab her by the arm and pull her back, and both of you just slam down onto the bridge.
I guess.
I think we're keeping you away from bridges for a while, all right?
I'm gonna go near another bridge. Thank you again.
Yep, my pleasure.
I'm tired of this place.
Okay, well, he
Would you
puts
say
that,
that's a
Albert
bridge
further
too
away.
far?
Yeah, I would say it is.
And
I think it's time to get out of here.
Something about seeing you next fall.
She had a nice trip.
Oh, that's what it was. Sorry.
Yeah.
Lila
There you go.
throws snow in both of your faces for the remarks. But in similar fashion to last time, we would get some boring shots of you all walking through scenic places, progressively less snow over the next few days, without any incidents, but back through the annoying ankle-rolling tundra, and eventually finding yourselves back at Camp Sinclair. And let me mark my calendar so I know what day we are on. Before the internet starts
shit.
being like, well, technically, it's
wait,
this
what-
date.
What is the date? I have to make sure it's not my birthday.
Oh yeah, it's the 21st of
Of?
July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's still springtime. But as you finally find yourselves back at Sinclair, unless for some reason you decide to go somewhere else, I can't imagine you would. You see it's a little bit more put together. It seems that they have a few extra people around this time. And
I had a question.
uh-huh.
I actually had a question. What
Yeah.
happened to that the one house with the shopping list? The tea
Cabin
house.
in the woods.
Was that Sinclair or after Sinclair?
That's
That was after. That was on your way north. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You could
okay.
it would add probably a couple hours from the straightest route. It's not super far out of the way. If you wanted to have stopped on that, we could rewind time like I don't know, a day and a half or whatever it would be to
We don't
check on that.
exactly have,
We don't exactly have the necessary ingredients, anyways.
True.
Maybe. Oh.
I agree.
We should
Oh,
consider
yeah.
this a definite, it's a long-term side quest that we're about to embark on here. This is not.
Okay. Just curious.
one of those ones every 15 hours in game. You check your log and you're like,
Exactly.
shit, that one, and then you don't do it.
Am I even getting XP for this anymore?
I had
I
to
only
keep
have
the
5
RPG
out of
experience
30
real.
Crimson Nurn. Fantastic.
Oh god, don't even bring that
I
up.
hate fetch quests.
So, Sinclair? Yes?
Sinclair.
Okay, Sinclair.
Sinclair.
Anyway, what I was
What's the
saying
name of
before,
the head person again?
Tegan.
Tegan,
Tegan.
also known as Take Notes.
Ooh, that hurt. Here's some ice for that bird.
Because at some point I'm
Yikes.
just gonna stop helping unless I really need to. So, but I'll give you this with Tegan. And as you're all approaching, he does see you and actually kind of with some pep in his step, comes over. Oi, I'll see you back.
In one
Alright.
piece.
Still alive?
We're back.
Kind
All
of.
dead.
Well, I mean, Mirka told me what you told him. I'm not gonna lie, I do have a lot of questions, but I'll spare you having to tell it multiple times. You can relax for the rest of the night. Mirka will, get you back to the city actually tomorrow morning, and you can tell him whatever you need to. He'll tell me what I need to know. I'm not gonna bother you. You look like you seen some shit.
Been worse, I suppose.
Do we leave the
And-
bounties with you? And I'm gonna show him all the pelts we collected.
All the pelts. Wow, that's quite a haul there. No, you can bring it back to Mirka. He'll take care of all that back in the city. I'm afraid we don't really have the funds here right now. But things are coming along nicely. Starting to get rebuilt. We've actually been talking. Seems like Sinclair's actually going to be getting some more resources. We're going to be turning it into a proper town. Try to get some more, well, defense hands around. Try to stop this sort of thing from happening again.
Yeah, get some nice walls up.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying for it for a while, but you know how all that stuff goes. It's a pain in the arse. Well,
Yes, I totally know how that's going.
bureaucracy, am I right? Yeah.
Yes.
and essentially, you have what would be about another. I'd say it's around like 3:30, 4 o'clock when you're arriving there. And you kind of have the rest of the evening to do what you want to. He said Mirka will be there in the morning, so we can time skip. If you have anything to talk about or do, let me know. If not, let me know when you're ready to.
I do have a couple things to do now that I think of it.
Okay. Every DM's dreaded sentence.
First, actually, I'll segment it. First,
Let's
I'm gonna go
do
to
your stuff.
I'm gonna go to Quilly, and then I'm gonna ask, how are you with scissors?
I could use them. I've seen them before. I mean,
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Okay, they're not bad. So my hair's getting a bit long.
oh, you want a haircut?
Yeah. So I was wondering if you knew your way around some shears. You know.
I haven't cut my own hair in a decade, but I could give it a shot.
It doesn't need to look pristine,
You sure about that?
but I'd rather you not make me look like a complete fool.
Right? I could definitely try.
I just need, I just need it to kind of,
I have an autistic vision.
yeah.
Totally.
Well, I just need it shorter, to be completely honest. I just need it, not to, get, caught on anything. It's just getting long.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright. Cut his hair. Do I need to do anything for
Yeah,
that?
yeah, of course you fucking do.
You already rolled natural one today.
Yep. Next check.
While this is happening, Volkar is taking the skull of that big one that we took out and is scrimshawing. If that's allowed.
Okay.
I want to see him scrimshaw into that skull.
Yeah, for those of us who don't, what is that?
I was just about
Basically,
to
it's
say-
like
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
basically you do like a work of art into either bone or wood. Usually it's bone. Like
yeah,
whale
it's
bones
usually
and stuff
something
like
you
that.
carve in like finely, and you can add like inks and like colors into it. Yeah, what would you like to scrimshaw? How complex are you getting with this? Because I
It would-
assume Volkar's probably done this before. I will.
I'd
grant you
like
that.
it to make it like he's taken each fang of that big guy and he's making like he's trying to do like artistic crude representations of each of his friends into each of the fangs on this thing.
His
that he
friends
can-
meaning Volkar's friends, or the friends of the gnoll you killed?
No, the Volkar's friends. I'm not about
Okay.
to...
Sorry, there is some too many pronouns going on there.
Like
just making
artistic
sure.
representations of his friends, and he's looking to pick up some leather straps while they're in town.
Okay. Yeah, leather easy enough to get. I would say again, short of a natural one, Volkar can do this to a decent level, but let's get a roll just to see if he does beyond that. And Quilly, what'd you get? 14?
It was the
Okay.
18.
I used my
Okay.
D6 for it, though.
What was it
Wasn't
before the
about to take
D6?
That bad.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
D6 was a 2, so 12.
Okay. Kalis,
Thank you.
have some good friends.
Thank
That
you.
was a rare resource just utilized for your
I know,
haircuts.
for my haircut.
hey, it's important. It's like 34% of your character. Just like me, as we were talking about earlier.
True.
So,
True.
Quilly does pretty good job.
Good job.
You know, it's not anything fancy. It's like, you know, there's not like too much layering going on or anything. What have you? But it is trimmed. It's pretty even, and looking good.
All right.
And
I'm not looking like a
Volkar,
complete mess.
it's essentially going to take like until you fall asleep to do this, but it's looking pretty damn good. It's some of your finer work. So anyone else, any artistic endeavors to embark on or otherwise?
I would like to talk to Kalis.
Oh, wait, by the way, I'm just curious to set the scene. Are we just like they're tense about Camp Sinclair? Like, do we each get our own like tent?
There are more tents up now. There are ones that you each can use now, and it's
Alright.
definitely got more infrastructure, temp stuff set up. So yeah.
Okay. I will just be in my tent with my prayer book out, and I'm just going through it.
Okay, so Derek walks in like, Kalis, you in here?
Yeah. What's
Oh,
up?
hey.
How's it
Actually, I want to ask you something.
going? Sure.
Okay,
Everything all right?
yeah.
Yeah.
What's it about the Coatl that you told me about back at Vasselheim, and his minor illusion of the Coatl?
Yeah.
I've been looking everywhere for information about that, about the creature.
I mean, yeah, they're
Something
just.
you learned in your paladin studies?
I mean, it's not necessarily something that we were taught formally. It's just we have this book. It's called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Just kidding. No, it's not. That'd be hilarious, but no.
It's
you know,
canon.
no, yeah, canon. No,
Nope. Not canon.
it's not at all canon.
Nope, not canon.
No. No, it was just in this book that I happened to read. You know, like many things. It was nothing was ever formal in the order, but no. Why? What about this this Coatl?
Oh, it's just the Coatl. I think it's the source of my abilities, because my magic abilities.
Yeah,
She,
I mean,
she sparks out of his hands.
yeah, I figured as much. Yeah.
No, I just. But like I said, like I told you back at Vasselheim, like my caravan was attacked and they were hunting me specifically.
I mean, that's interesting. You don't exactly strike me as much of a no. I mean, physically, you don't exactly strike me as a threat. This is to take nothing away from you. However, why would they after you, if I might add?
I have to assume that it was because of my abilities or whatever connection I have to it. So I was asking, like, you guys have like a library I could look through?
I mean, we
See if
do
I
have a
can find out
library. We do have a library. It's not exactly open to the public, if that's what you're asking. But for you, I might be able to pull a few strings. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'll ask around. I'll make a few inquiries.
Okay, thanks.
No problemo.
That vision.
Oh, the one.
Whatever vision.
Yeah, the one with the siren, or whatever
Yeah,
her
that-
name was.
Crazy bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy bitch. I understand.
Canon.
That. Crazy bitch.
Yeah, it was weird
Yeah. Well,
because
I second that, but what exactly did you see? I didn't.
couldn't really see much. It's just I heard screaming. My family, friends, the caravan, just screaming. There was this hissing sound, and I felt something crawl up my leg. Maybe not. By the way, everything was pitch black, so I couldn't see anything. And
It might have been a spider.
it hisses.
A hissing spider. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe not. I totally forgot that you said hissing.
Yeah. I know.
Hissing spider.
And near the end, there's this I guess light I felt within myself.
I mean,
It just spouted out, burning but not painful. I'm assuming that's how you feel whenever you pop your wings out.
I mean, not really. It feels a bit different than what you're describing. However, in a way, maybe. But I feel, nah, I won't elaborate it on for now. However, I will, yeah. No, don't you worry. I will
Yeah.
absolutely look into
Getting me access?
into the quarters in the library. I will absolutely look into it for you.
Thanks.
No problem. Now I do have one question.
Mm-hmm.
The other person on the end of that sending stone, who exactly are they to you?
Which one?
The woman.
Oh. Oh boy. It's a little of a long story, but okay.
Hmm?
She's one of my friends back at the
As you said.
back in the caravan. I had a group of friends. It was her. Oh, you heard Dellock, or I just call him Del. We just call him Del.
All right, Del.
And one more I haven't heard from yet is Rowan. And that was my group of. That was my
Merchants?
friend group. Oh no, we're all about the same age. We all grew up in the caravan.
So, I'm still interested. What exactly did you guys do in the caravan? Did you help out? Did you sell merchandise? I don't know. I'm just interested.
You haven't heard of the three-wing caravan?
Would I? Okay. Side note, would I have?
Give me a history check. Why not?
Nope.
What'd you get?
It is a 2.
It's a 2? Yeah.
Okay, you really don't get to the
Three-wing
market district.
No, I mainly stayed in the reach. It was, I went down from time to time to the other districts, mainly to the Birth Heart, where I would talk to Mirka from time to time. But no, I would not get down to the market district very often. It wasn't exactly my scene. So
Okay,
so what did you do?
Well, me specifically, I was helping my mom and stepfather run their alchemy shop. It's usually front desk, selling, upselling. Sometimes going up picking ingredients when we stopped. My friends, well, one of Rowan, he is one of the guards there. Adele likes to tinker with things, upkeep the caravan and everything. And Alana, mainly a hunter.
And so this hunter friend of yours, so she mean anything to you? I'm just curious.
Okay, let's just get that out of the way. Yes. She was maybe complicated girlfriend.
There it is.
On and off again. Mostly because she works in another part of the wing.
She goes to a different school now, does she?
You could say that.
Yeah. Well, I wish you all the best with your lady
Yeah.
love. Even though it does seem like trouble in paradise in some occasions, but
Yeah, you could say that.
yeah. But I would and I kind of gestured down to my prayer book. I have some reading to do, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
You do you.
Thank you.
Reading. Uh-huh.
Yeah. hmm
Who knew Caleb was such a gossip?
Oh, he's gonna flip over to the pages with the images here in a sec.
Uh-oh. Cut to black.
Oh. Get out there.
Hey, yeah, cut to
Any-
black.
Anything else?
Mhm.
Oh, I did want to talk to Lila.
Go ahead.
So that was kind of fucked up. The whole of it.
What you mean, the haircut? I can't wait to see that then.
Honestly, I'm surprised he put that much trust in me.
I'm surprised as well. I mean, maybe
no.
Theron. Like, Theron seems like the logical choice there. But all the power to him, I guess.
But no, I was more talking about the business up north.
I know.
Yeah.
It was... Yeah. No, that was one of the stranger things I've seen this year.
Yeah. What did you see?
I just saw mostly just stuff about y'all. Just weird
Insight check.
snippets. Yeah, go for it.
Roll 2 natural ones. Okay, not bad. Oh my god, I forgot. Didn't say. 17.
17? Seems like she's being honest.
Okay. You saw all of us, though.
Yeah, I mean, not together. It's kind of individual. More about some than others. I'd see some stuff from my childhood that kind of unwelcome, though. But I mean, look, you could just, ask what it is I saw about you, which I guess I'll just tell you now, because that's clearly what you're wondering about. But let's take a walk. All right. Just, I don't know. Kind of lead you just a little bit around a couple minutes away from Sinclair.
You hear, "Hey Marlo, how do you spell your name?"
I think I saw the night of the crash for you. It's just part of it. It was real quick.
So
It was less clear than some of the other things I saw for the others, but I don't know if this means anything to you, but there were 2 men. There was a woman. And there was you. I think. Yeah, I couldn't really. You were, a bit off.
I've seen
to the
that
side.
too. I mean, obviously I've seen that, but I saw that right before we left Vasselheim. I had a dream of that. But I saw something different in visions. It was a whole
Well,
different experience.
I don't know if you never mentioned this part before, so I'm not sure if you saw it yourself or if you know it, but at least in what I saw, one of the men killed the other one right before everything went down.
Yeah, that part I didn't know.
So, with magic, definitely with magic.
Information's information.
I mean,
Also-
calling it information might be a little bit of a stretch. I'm not terribly inclined to believe anything that crazy bitch said,
It's true.
but
But
what I saw,
the feeling I got from the vision, it felt real. The anger that I felt towards myself is especially just strange. And now I'm just left with more questions than answers. And I don't know what lengths I'm willing to go to get them.
I mean, personally, this is why I hang out with the dead all the time. Pretty easy to understand them. They're not usually giving me more questions in my life. I mean, if you want to talk about what you saw, I know you mentioned it a little bit, but here, I probably don't have any good insight for it, to be completely honest. It's a little bit outside of what I do, but, you need to talk about it.
Maybe for another time. I'm still kind of processing it.
Alright, that's fair. Honestly, I don't want to talk about what I saw about myself either, so, maybe another time. I'm gonna go,
But you do know, I trust you more than that bunch out there. And you know I'm always on your side. No matter what side that is.
same here. It's good to have you as a friend.
You too.
I'm gonna go run until I vomit. I'll catch you later.
Have fun vomiting.
And she just does like 3 quick little like hops in place and then just bolts out into the distance.
Hey, help.
My love.
Okay. Anything else?
One last thing.
Let's have it.
After spending a bit of time to leave my tent,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna see. I'm going to basically see where everyone is, and I'm going to look for Theron, of all people.
Okay.
And I'm
You
just
see him on the
curious.
stairs with the shield, just trip, and he's just like, "How does he do that?" I'm just joking.
Wherever he is, in his tent or
Ulkar's
around
at
a
like the
campfire.
central fire pit carving
Yeah.
still.
And while he's carving, I'm just gonna peek over and I'm just gonna see how badly.
It's not ready yet.
How badly he misspelled my
It's just the first draft. I thought he said N.
I'm just
But
putting
yeah.
I'm just putting the end in some Cordic runes. He won't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know how to read.
I think that's a fair assessment. Carry on. Good work. And then I will turn and then try to go find Darren, wherever he is, in his tent or skulking and, against a wall. I don't know.
Probably both.
Skulking in his tent.
Skulking in my tent against the wall.
Because tents have walls.
Some do.
So I'm gonna kind of open up the. Hello. Are you there? Darren.
Come on in.
Hello. So I have a question. You're an elf.
Very perceptive of you.
You know Elvish. I don't know Elvish. I was wondering if, as someone as esteemed as yourself in the language of the elves, could be willing to teach me how to speak, write, and read Elvish. Maybe.
Would it surprise you if I don't know how to do that either?
You wait, what?
No, I do. I was just curious.
Oh, you're a bastard. No, I was I'll pull out my book. I needed to do something for this thing.
All right, let's have a look.
I pull it back. I never said you could look at it. I said I just needed help learning how to actually read and write and maybe speak the language. Yeah, that's kind of for me.
Very well.
Thank you.
Do you have some paper?
Paper.
Yeah, I'll teach you some.
I'll
words.
open it up and I'll rip out a few pages and I'll close it and then put it back by here.
All right, come on, sit down. I'll teach you some Elvish,
Okay.
and I'll spend the next couple hours teaching them some Elvish.
Cool. Just for the hell of it, Kalis.
To roll
Yeah, just give me an intelligence check.
intelligence check.
He's a dope.
It's not bad. Just call me dumb.
Also, I
He
love this.
just-
By the
thinking
way,
about rolling a 1.
it's just such a great thing to be like, Milo can't read. Hey, Theron, teach me how to read. What'd you get?
I got a 17.
17? Okay.
Yeah. No modifier, just 17. Natural.
Yeah. Actually goes pretty smooth. Definitely this is going to be an ongoing process if you want to actually gain any ground in the language, but you have your Elvish 1 worksheet for the week or for the next couple days. You're learning your letters, your basic pronunciation, that sort of thing, and
Probably
there,
a tap.
he does pretty good.
You see this word right here? Remember this one, okay?
Oh, okay.
This is Elvish for dickhead. So if you ever get into a bulk,
Fair. By the way, are we going along the lines where like Elvin kind of like resembles like, you know, good old Tolkien Elvin?
Why not?
Okay, fuck it. Okay. Well, that was a substantial session. Thank you, Theron. I appreciate it.
my pleasure. Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll actually show you what's inside of here, but maybe that's for a different day.
I'll hold you to that, assuming you don't get us all killed on one of these missions.
Maybe I'll die and then you'll never figure it out. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? And then I leave.
Spoilers.
As Kalis walks out of Theron's tent.
Yes.
She shoots me
yes.
with the crossbow.
Really?
She shoots me with the crossbow. I'm calling her right now.
I was just sitting there, here's a little backstory. I really thought this was gonna be, a quick little thing Kalis was gonna do. I watched him leave his tent, was following him. Well, I watched him look at Volcar, whatever. And I was just lying in front of the tent with his crossbow, ready for him to come out, not knowing that it was gonna be, a couple hours long.
Yeah.
As he's walking out. Yo, finally, surprise, and shoot him
Shit.
with my crossbow.
Sure, I was gonna give you advantage, but you gave your position away right before shooting, so roll ahead.
So, yeah. We'll do with you that you as you please.
What'd you get? I don't have your sheet up right now, so I didn't see the...
A 9.
A 9?
A 9.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
good.
What you're not ready for is the direction the
retaliation.
flap opens on the tent. And as you shoot, it's as he's throwing the tent flap open, and it just gets right in the way of it. And it hits Kalis technically, but not enough to really do anything aside from drape itself on his shoulder, kind of.
It's on, little
Oh.
man. It's on.
That wasn't supposed to happen, but we'll try again another day.
Oh,
I'm
you shall
sure you
try. You shall try. It's not gonna work again. And I'll walk to my tent.
We'll see about that one.
We shall see.
And with that, Anything else? Or is it bedtime?
I message Volcar, make sure. Remember, my name has 2 R's in it.
Dick.
2 letters off, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, it's fine. It's close enough. Okay. So with that, you all find yourselves asleep, probably feeling safer than you have in a while, probably sleeping more comfortably than you have in a while. And as you awaken in the morning, Volcar, I don't know when you want to give everyone their stuff, but you
Oh, in the
have
morning. I
completed
was
those.
waiting until the morning until we were all together.
Okay. You are
I
all
had
awake.
I had some time last night, and spoils of battle, and I didn't want to give Merca everything. And each of you has a little necklace or charm that has your name on it, like runes all around it of blessings. And like some of them are like, you could tell like it was at the end of the night. They're really poorly done. Milo. Like Quilly's is like he spent like a lot of time on that, and it's like her standing triumphant over like a dead knoll, and you see like Kalis like coming down on a like with dragon wings or something like that, like really like artistic stuff. And then you can see as it progressively gets worse as the night went on. Until you see like a stick for Milo, you see like a stick figure with a crude representation of a crossbow on it.
Does Lila get one?
Oh, Lila gets one with her like roundhouse kicking a gnoll's head off.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
The artist Volcar.
Wow.
Yeah, I
looks
think
just like me.
It's not my best work, but
Well, I think you have a gift.
I think you
something
made
you-
Milo a little bit too tall.
Yeah.
I know. I couldn't finish it. It was late. It's a rough draft. I'm sure I'll come across another tooth that I can work on.
You got his body type, right?
Yeah. Thin bastard.
I got the crossbow, and like the crossbow is the only part of it that looks nice. It's like intricately woven.
And with that, you all, I assume, have some food in the morning and whatnot, and about 35 minutes or so later, Tegan comes over. Alright, morning. Mirka just wrote, said he'll be stopping by pretty soon. So, see that big tree right over there, outside of camp? He'll gather up there in about 15 minutes. He'll come pick you up.
Right. Thank you, Tegan.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you.
if we don't see you again, I'd like to sincerely thank you for everything that you've done for us. Not to mention, I mean-
you've misread. Yeah, you've done more for me than I've done for you. So
that's not what I mean. I mean, you've given us a place to stay. That's hospitality enough. And also, I'd just like to say, whoever comes to be the leader of this settlement, I think you would do a fantastic job.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I think Marith would be proud. You know. Well,
Maybe you can come back and check the town out when it's done.
that'd be lovely. Yeah. Well, if it's our time to go, then it's our time to go. Shall we be off?
If Tegan goes away, I would just like to address the group. So what exactly are we telling Mirka?
Well, I did tell him.
Stop the ritual in time.
No. I didn't tell him there was a ritual at all.
Yeah, I thought you did.
To be fair, no.
I
I completely
lied
Nope.
to him.
Redacted the ritual. I made a note of it.
I completely redacted the any mention of the ritual. So, if we would like to
Get our story straight.
first of all, here's the thing: we're not lying. We're just omitting events. Let's just point that out there.
Paladin, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say you beat me to it. Excellent.
Yeah, a lie of omission is still a lie.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
I mean, it's true, but I'm on your side. So,
You know what?
anyway.
I'll be honest. Paladins don't need to be virtuous all the time. Okay, we make mistakes. However, I think this is best to be, kept between us.
Are you going to tell your order about this?
Most likely not. This is something for us as a group to deal with. This was entrusted to us by this gray bitch, and I don't exactly need this, infringing on my orders responsibilities throughout the realm. So let's leave it at that.
Okay, but there's still like apparently 50 nobles heading over there.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Sorry.
There's 6 of us. That's fine.
Yeah, we
it's
just killed them
doable.
all.
It's doable.
Easy.
Yeah, it's totally doable.
We caught them in a landslide.
Yeah.
That's
Something about a storm.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
But if I do have to mention, if we ever need backup, we don't need to mention the ritual. We could just tell them how there are gnolls and potentially cultists. We don't need to mention what kind of cultists they are. But at the end of the day, we have to stop this this whatever his name is from bringing back that spider bitch.
A lot of bitches tonight.
She never told us his name, did he? He's just.
Did they
No.
It-
The man who, whoever the nobleman was.
Lord
Numa.
Lord Numa.
Lord
Numa.
is what-
Numa.
Lord Numa. Yeah, we have to stop him. And for that, we could actually let know the higher ups of the city.
Do you know much about him?
Would I? I think we made this roll last time.
No,
Yeah,
Derek.
we did.
Derek knew
Derek-
a bit
yeah.
of him.
Yeah, we know him. He's a dick.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
yeah,
He's
he's kind of an
Right.
asshole.
he's a landlord and he's a dick. Surprise.
yeah.
Fair enough.
If he
Yeah.
dies, no one's gonna be.
Yeah, I have no problem. Even though I'm pretty sure that's not what we're supposed to do.
No. But I think first things first. Let's go home.
I think we should get that thing removed from Milo's ankle. I think he's done.
Um,
Good
I
job thus
agree.
hopefully we get enough money to do that. You are absolutely correct.
I don't know. I kind of like having him on a leash.
I did not
maybe,
need to hear
maybe,
that. Too much information, my friend.
yeah. That's a bit kinky for me.
I mean,
What are you talking about? So he, wow, you guys, your minds go straight to the gutter. Wow.
I mean, you made
Hey.
us these fancy necklaces. You should know us well enough.
I
now.
know.
I'll take it back if you don't want it.
No,
you
I'm
can
quite
fight me for
infatuated
it.
with mine.
Well, we've already been down that road. We didn't want to, I'm not quite interested in a repeat.
Yeah, no. But if everything's settled, I would love to, embrace the city walls again. To be honest.
I miss my
You
tree.
get out of the city often?
Often no. When I do, I dream of coming home quickly. All right.
And with that, I assume you've been walking, talking.
Yeah.
It's not too far outside the camp. As you're talking, suddenly the tree just like splinters and tears open in the center, and there's this kind of greenish yellow glow that emits from it, and out steps Mirka. Right.
It's cool.
Well, glad you're alive. I've got a lot of questions to ask, and unfortunately, I need to spend some more energy to get us back, but it is what it is. Now, let's make it quick. And right as the tree starts to close, you see he closes his eyes, grabs the symbol of Malora that he wears, and the tree kind of tears back open and goes, "In we go." Steps back through.
Wait, it's okay.
Volkar picks Milo up by the scruff of his neck and runs through.
So assuming none of you decide to be complete rebels and stay
No.
behind for some reason, you all find yourselves back in the birth heart. And the first thing that kind of hits your senses is just the wonderful, lush scent of being there. And it's looking pretty busy compared to usual. There's probably about 50 or so hunters around. Looks like a lot of people are leaving and coming back. And yeah, you're essentially right next to Mirka's tent. There's another big tree that's right there, and yeah, as you kind of step out, you get just a quick little like roller coaster drop sensation just for a moment. And as soon as your feet are on the ground, he just leads you all into the tent.
Good to be back.
Yes, well, I'm very glad to see that you are back.
Never
Apologize
thought I would say that.
for the pacing of the events right now, but there's a lot to be done and a lot to be said. So, first thing, I need every detail.
Well, if we'd like to share the bed, I would gladly accept that. But if I am the one to explain, I don't mind either. If anybody else would like to take part in explaining a little escapade,
Well,
I
we
welcome
tracked
it.
them. We tracked them to Thunderhead, as we explained in our message. We were lucky. We caught a majority of their force before entering, and there were a few bridges we were able to. Actually, Quilly was able to knock out the supports on one of those bridges, and my God, those things are death traps.
Not once, Milka. Twice. I fell off a bridge. I'm never going near one again.
Butterfeet. Butterfeet.
But
Yes.
we were able to take out quite a few of them on the bridge, and that left their master, who was. They were cannibalizing each other.
Quite disgusting, actually.
But thanks to Theron here, we were able to. Well, I've never seen archery quite like that.
Not to mention, and I point to Derek, this man right here knows his way around with a spell or two, so it is not exactly a surprise that you kind of conquered the day, if you will. So
We survived by the bare skin of our teeth. I don't know how.
Okar, give me a deception check with advantage.
Deception. Give me good deception. So that is a 16.
Kind of looks to you all quizzically. I must say, your recollection of events seems to be a fair bit more chipper than the events themselves, but sometimes danger will do that to one.
Well, we're trying. Don't get me wrong. I want to go into the tavern and drink myself into a stupor right now. I'm
Yes, I'm
putting
quite
on a
sure
very
you do.
happy face.
What about the fortress?
it was decrepit.
Defiled.
What would you like to What would you like to know? It wasn't exactly in tip-top shape.
I
Well,
show
if
him
I'm
that
to
he.
understand, your guard is the reason you knew to go there. And I was just making sure there's no other information I need to know about it. I mean, traveled a week to the north and...
They were gathering for something. I believe we stopped them.
Did any survive?
No.
I wasn't about to let anything. When you have a gnoll witch, wizard, whatever the hell that thing was, commanding troops, I wasn't about to let anything survive that.
Not to mention, gnolls don't exactly they don't exactly like to talk. So
Right. Well. Nevertheless, we are going to be sending routine patrols up that way for a while just to make sure there's nothing else going on.
It might be in your best interest to station a skeleton garrison, something there. Repair it. Even a little. That place is a burial site for some of the last heroes of the war. It deserves better.
Well, I did get your request, and have managed to find some individuals who appear to share your faith from outside the city. And I will do what I can about finding more. In the meantime, there are plenty of other things for us to focus on, unfortunately, but if any other details cross your mind, you know where to find me. Now, for a job well done. And he picks up these fairly hefty looking coin pouches, plops down 5, says, I think you'll find a little bit more than what was agreed upon in these.
5. What's
Now,
the 6?
Milo.
Oh.
That's me. Yeah. I was just about to
Unfortunately,
ask.
word from on high has come down, and legally I'm not allowed to pay you extra. You get the 60 as agreed upon before. However, 50 of it is required to pay off your debts. And he slides over a platinum on the table. However, it might be considered fortunate that those in close proximity to you have recently been paid more than anticipated.
Isn't it your lucky day?
There's 250 gold in each of them. Now, I do have a lot of things to do, so please find yourselves wherever you would like to. And
Before we do have the extra bits that you requested.
yes, I think you'll probably find the bonus pay more than sufficient, but I would love to get an inventory of what you've brought.
Hand over the bio bags.
Yeah, I'll put down the pouch full of the bounties.
Takes a peek through and see a little look of like, oh damn, come across his face.
We don't give him the blood of the gnoll though, because we'll need that.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
And then Volkar's like, oh, also I made this for you. He's a little scrimshaw.
How many did you make?
As many as I could.
He's quick.
Okay. I'll give it to you. Last one you probably could have made, but I'll give it to you. And he looks at it. Thank you. Place it on the table. Now, at some point in the next 2 days, I would like all of you to report to the swamp. There's someone there who wishes to speak with you.
Does this have to do with before we left that creature?
Very well might.
Who are we meeting?
His name is Soli. He's new. There has been a recent change of leadership.
Leadership in what?
In the swamp. Now, no more questions. I have things to do. Be well. Kind of waves you out.
Bridge is a death trap, Merca.
It's okay, Quilly. The bar doesn't have any bridges.
Thank God.
You get there. It's all bridges.
This is hell.
As you step out, Lila says, well, it's been great fun. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit later than expected, and I have a certain temple to return to and duties that I am well behind on. So I will
Well-
be there living my life, and I will be all around. Get
Yeah.
extra drunk for me.
You know, I
There's a-
will.
It was a pleasure, by the way. Hold
Kinda
your
winks
own.
at
Yeah, you hold your own in a fight quite valiantly.
You saved our asses more than a few times.
Yeah.
Well, what I do. So, save it. I'll see you again.
Yeah,
Sure.
we shouldn't inflate your ego too much.
Yeah.
Can't
Another-
possibly get any bigger.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we won't tell anybody about you falling off that bridge.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's totally fine. He turns and walks away off into the city. So there you all are. I assume.
Just to clarify, so we each got 250 gold.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, how much is your debt?
That's cleared now, isn't it?
No. No,
Was
it's
it
not.
not?
So he has still a remaining 140 gold left on it.
Well, if it's up to us, I'd be
Give you 140
more than, generous enough to actually give you a bit of my own purse in order to clear that little bounty of yours.
I'm sure.
You know, I'm not gonna say no to free things.
Hmm. But
So what is that?
but we own you. No, I don't want to say that. We
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa, let's slow it down.
You owe
here.
us.
Once you want to
You
leave,
owe
she
us.
owns you. You
Volca.
fuck up.
Volca, this is some
you owe
kinky
us.
shit that you're into. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Might not wanna
walked
drink
it
with this
back.
guy.
I walked it back.
Wait, how much did you still owe?
140.
He owed
140.
140.
So 140 split 5 ways. What's that?
28.
28. Alright. Well, I suggest that we then split the difference. So
I'm all for it.
This
I
time.
really don't understand the concept of money, so you could have all of it. Not all of it. I'll give you the 100. How much you need.
28.
Sure.
28.
28.
Gonna laugh my ass off if he just goes and spends it.
Yeah.
Just gambles.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're going with the
Oh
potato.
no! You shouldn't have given him the idea. He's gonna.
He already
not
had the
already-
idea. He already had the idea.
It was not already in my mind.
Yeah, come on.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so I take it you would like to
We
go.
all
back to the
follow
Golden
Milo
Crowbar.
and go and pay off his bounty or debt.
Straight away?
Morning, right?
Yeah, let's just do it tonight.
I was hoping Theron and I could go and visit his friend at the library.
We can. We can also look into Lord Numa while we're here in the city. He's in the city, correct?
Fletcher's Eye.
He is in
Fletcher's
Fletcher's Eye. Yep, that is a town across
but
the
first we
Western
need to
Timberlands.
go to the place in the pits to get the orb.
That'll take more than 2 days, though.
Yes,
We'll
it will.
plan that out. Let's see where we go.
First off, I'll bring you to see my friend. She might be able to help you out.
Help us out. Any information about these creatures could be useful.
Okay. Two of you are off to the reserve. The rest of you, are you forcing Milo to go pay his debt immediately?
All the
Aye.
responsible ones beside that.
I am going to walk up to Quilly and Derek, and I'm gonna basically point to Milo. And I'm gonna say, "I trust you two with him." Derek, I am going to actually look up on that, information about the quarters for you with the order, and then I'll meet you guys back at the tavern. So I'm gonna deal with that as soon as I possibly can, just so I don't forget. But yeah, I told you I would do it, and I'm keeping to it. So
Appreciate it.
No problem. And Quilly will bring you back a trinket from the order. You know, something. I don't know.
Give me
Souvenir.
your favorite book.
Favorite. I can do that.
Mhm.
It's called Fantastic Beasts. And
Oh, God damn it.
No, not that one.
WB, if you hear this, please do not sue us.
Yeah, I swear to God, please don't. Please don't.
We
It's
can't.
not
We can't go
canon.
up against those kind of lawyers.
It's not canon. He will be reprimanded later. No. So with that, as you all split to do your respective tasks, let's go ahead and take our 15-minute break, and we'll see what happens after that. right, and we're back. So, what do we want to pick up with first? Want to
Library
got
with
we've got
the
3 different groups split up, so
We've got the bounty group, library group, and whatever the hell
And-
Kalis is doing.
And then
Kalis group.
and then
I got an idea.
Citadel group. Yeah.
bounty group. You're first.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh hey.
So,
You
sorry.
would let's see, Milo probably wouldn't actually know where the cradle is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't
Willie
know
wouldn't
where
know where
I'm
the cradle
going.
is.
Mm-mm.
And Derek conveniently knows at least enough of the city to know where it is. It's also a little
Let's
bit hard to miss
go.
once you know what it is. While the name The Cradle doesn't necessarily give much away, it is actually half temple to Arathis and half like where all of the legal stuff in the city happens. And it's so you're right now like right outside the east gate, and it's down by the south gate. So it's a little bit of a hike to get there, but not too bad. And if there's anything you want to do along the way, let me know. But if not, we'll get there.
We pass
You guys
by
wanna
any
see-
conveniently placed casinos.
I thought you said you didn't know how money works.
know.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, I don't know how
Probably,
many.
yeah. But anyway, the cradle is a very large, plain gray stone, just rectangular building. It is so easy to miss, if not for there are a few other buildings around it that make up the whole temple. And it is gated off, kind of similar to Kalis's holy temple, and up there in the reach. And as you approach, there are an increasing number of Erathian guards who are around, and of the of the guards who find themselves in the city, generally the ones you want to fuck with the least are the Arathis ones. The Pelor ones, they're pretty lighthearted. Order Bahamut can be kind of hit or miss, it depends, but Arathis, they don't fuck around, and they're not here to play games. And as you approach the main gate, you see there's 2 of them, both female elves. What is your business?
Good morning. We are just here to pay off my friend's debt.
I'm just gonna wait. Wait, is an anklet or a bracelet?
Oh, it's
I
bracelet.
forgot. I thought it was a bracelet too.
It is
I
a
was-
bracelet.
No. Okay, cool.
Name?
Yeah. Milo.
See, she writes something down, looks to the other one. You may enter. Looks back to one of the other ones, gives a signal, and the gate just pulls open from the inside. And there's a pretty nice, sort of like half courtyard. There's a nice stone walkway up to the front door, and some very plain but like well kept, just bushes and some flowers and whatnot to kind of spice it up, just enough to look like they're trying. And
They're
one
really
of them-
utilitarian.
Oh, they are incredibly. One who is behind the gate turns and goes, "Follow me," and starts walking up to the front
Follow?
door.
Yes.
Yeah, we follow.
And you are brought inside. It is like dead silent inside this place. And
These are the type of
She-
people. These are the type of people that have like the little "stay off the grass" sign.
Yeah.
yeah, they kind of are. They kind of are. As you enter, you're told to wait there. and she will get who needs to be gotten. So you've got about 5 minutes of awkwardly standing there if you have anything to do.
Are any chairs or
No.
benches?
No. Not in this room you're in. There's other rooms and other places further in. You're still in like the entryway there, but it's just an open room. There are 4 guards actually, who are just stationed in the corner, just completely motionless. All have their spears, their shields, their same armor, just standing there.
You know, I try crack a joke here, but it's a little too serious for me.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
in my bones, I want to fuck with them, but that might not be the best in the situation.
Oh. Actually, I think we're the best people to come here.
Yeah. They chose
Probably.
the most responsible, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
responsible.
One of the doors in the back pulls open. You see the same guard that led you in comes walking out, stops, stands beside the door like the rest of the guards in the room, and out walks another female elf. She is wearing these simple silvery robes that have the hood pulled up. It's kind of covering about half of her face. Looks like she's probably fairly old, but with elves, you never really know what that means. And she has a big symbol of Arathis around her neck. Steps out a bit closer to you. You are here to deliver payments?
Yes.
She's just looking directly at Milo.
Yeah, what he said.
I'm not asking him, I'm asking you. 140 gold is remaining. Do you have it all?
Yeah. Yes.
Curious. Let's have it then.
Do I have this gold? Yes.
Yes,
I'll
we
give
give
It was given to you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm a
And one of
little
the other
forgetful
guards
here.
from nearby steps over and takes it and takes it over to the only existing surface in the room. There is a small table on the far side, and
Where did that come from?
pours it out and painstakingly counts it silently twice.
Is that table there when we walked in?
It was. It's kind of a small one off on the side.
Okay.
And there's just this awkward multiple minutes of this hooded figure just standing, probably looking at you. You can't really see her eyes. And just the clinking of coins very slowly as they go through it 3 times, coin by coin.
I think he missed one. Oh, you know, I'm just not even gonna say anything.
There's no
You know, never
response from anyone.
Okay. Tough
Room
crowd.
to prove.
Yeah.
Tough crowd.
Walks back over, nods, says something quietly in her ear. Your wrist? She reaches out and grasps with her fingers just around the bracelet. You see this bluish glow kind of emanate out from underneath the hood and out from her hands. Separates in the center. Pulls it back. I hope you understand how forgiving we've been this time.
Oh. Sure. Okay. Bye. And I'm gonna walk away from her if I can.
She lets you. She briefly
then we-
turns her head toward the other two of you.
Yeah, we're heading now. Yeah.
She turns
Have a good day.
and kind of silently returns back where she came from. And you are escorted back out the front gates very quickly, which is shut behind you.
Lively conversationalist.
Yeah.
Great group, great group.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
I feel like they're waiting for us to do something wrong.
Felt like I just did something wrong walking in.
I know.
Just,
And what's worse, like,
being
they're
there.
like, Like all elves or something. Like there's a lot of elves in there.
Someone or
It is mostly
something.
elves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
something
fun
about
fact.
all elves looking alike or something.
And a fun fact, I'm actually part elf.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
today I
my
learned.
dad was a half elf.
Yeah.
I'm glad I know I did turn out like them.
And we're off. Where are we going?
To the bar.
tavern.
Yep, pretty much. Okay. And Team Cobalt Reserve. Pick up with you. So Theron, you lead Volkar through the city to Volkar, what you're seeing for the first time. A rather large building. That's sort of ornate, almost like spire-shaped in the center, with kind of some lower parts forming a circle around the base of it that spreads out pretty wide. And there is a large kind of gold and cobalt blue symbol of 3 eyes, just pretty noticeable above the large front door there. And Theron, you've been here a bunch, so as you enter, you see up in the front is one of the archivists. He's a gnome, who, Theron, you know, his name is Barwop. B-A-R-W-O-P, yeah, Barwop, gotta love gnomes. And he's this weird, kind of like constantly frazzled looking gnome who kind of looks like he's much older than he is. You're not sure exactly how old he is, Theron, but you know for a gnome he's pretty young, despite not looking like it. He has his huge messy black beard that's just uneven, this really thin mustache despite how thick his beard is, this crazy long curly black hair that just bounces frivolously as he does anything, and as he turns, you see another thing that is very easy to place him by, which is everyone who's interacted with this man to any degree knows that he is practically obsessed with pigs. He has a patch of a little like piglet face that is just constantly on his uniform, which there is quite grating to some of the some of those above him for a while, and there was some loose drama around that, and eventually they kind of gave up on him. As he turns, he's sitting behind a desk in the front. Oh, Theron, it's been well, I guess it really hasn't been that long. Lulu said you were going to be gone, and it's only been 3 weeks. What brings you back?
Came to ask her some questions, BW. How you been?
Lot of books. We've been busy. We're opening to the public soon.
Oh, we're gonna allow visitors in. That's
Well,
nice.
part of it, it's, we really haven't, told the city what's going on here, and it's coming soon. But, yes, Lulu's, in her, in her study. She'll, you know where it is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'll head right in. Don't work too hard, huh?
I never do.
This is my friend Volkar. Volkar, this is BW. Don't ask his real name. And we're just gonna head inside.
Great. Nice to, okay, you're leaving.
Just to walk right by without further acknowledging him.
W?
It's so good. Is that one of my favorite immediate ways to handle someone who the player never knew of until that moment? Yes. Killing it. Love it. And you, Volkar, there's a shit ton of books in this place. Books, scrolls, everywhere. Very organized. Incredibly meticulously organized everywhere. But it's just chambers and rooms, and even in the hallways there's there's just books lining everything. And you see a handful of individuals who are all wearing these very cobalt blue robes. Some have slightly different markings and a bit more like kind of silverish gold on, or silver and gold on them. And a couple of them stop briefly and, greet Theron as he passes, but they're all busy working. And as you bring him back... Oh, go ahead.
Volkar, don't touch any of the books without permission, huh?
This is... Volkar comes from a society that they very rarely write down. Like, there are very few written things down. Like, the priests are the only people who, like, have written histories and some medicine stuff down. But we don't I come from a more oral society. So this is, like, kind of overwhelming to see all this knowledge in one place. It's like, my people are absolute idiots.
Well, different societies, different
I mean, we don't even write anything down, but if Ranvi dies, it's all gone.
You might want to change that. You never know.
I mean, I know some of it, but my God, my people are morons.
Oh, I'm sure you're the smarter of the bunch.
No, not really.
I was trying to be nice. Anyways,
Thank you for the effort.
don't touch anything unless you were given permission, okay? They're very stingy about
Touching.
Yeah. And try and treat this woman with the utmost respect. She's like a mother to me.
Elder must be obeyed and respected.
Ah, so you can't be nice. Good man.
Not to Kalis.
I don't blame you. All right, come on. She's this way.
Yeah, and you lead him back to her kind of private study that she is usually found in. And the door's closed at the moment.
I'm just going to give it a good knock this time.
Okay. As you do, you hear sounds of her probably waking up from her accidental nap per usual. Yes, just a moment. It's about 20 seconds later, the door pulls open and she kind of squints up at you a little bit. Theron, it's so good to see you so soon. I wasn't expecting you. Please come in. Oh, and might this be?
One of my companions. This is Volkar. He's a follower of Cord.
Pleasure, Elder.
My name is Lulu. You can address me as such. Volkar. The
Madam
Storm
Lulu.
Lord. Always welcome here. Please come in, have a seat, have some tea if you'd like.
Oh, thank you.
Step in. It's this nice, slow candle lit. Just smells like a little bit of incense and tea. Just super, super cozy. Like, very much like Grandma's office.
Volkar wants to wrap up in a blanket and go to sleep by the fire.
You very much could. You very much could. And as she offers for you both to have a seat and sits down behind her desk. Well,
Make 3 cups of
what
tea
can I
before I
do
sit
for
down
you?
and just pass it to everybody.
We encountered on our travels some ancient writings about 2 devils. One of them was known as the Siren, a daughter of Avernus. I was hoping that with your resources, you might have some more information. It's been for purely academic reasons, of course, but any information would be most appreciated.
She's already diligently writing down probably every single word you've just said. She keeps writing for a couple seconds after you stop.
It made mention of a brother as well.
Brother, okay. Any name for the brother? Anything else?
Not that I caught. She referred to herself as the mother of corruption.
That could be
Firstborn.
good.
He was from what we were able to glean, the brother at least is a follower of the Spider Queen. Loaf.
As you say that, you see she kind of stops for a second. Her eyebrow kind of perks a bit. Understand, I'll send word to Veldum and Drev.
You're thy enemy.
See what we can get. Maybe there's something.
I hope you find some answers soon. It's
Yes, it will, we will make haste.
the woman has taken a particular interest in our group. She seems to want to stop her brother from trying to bring back Lolth, so I don't trust her, but she seems to be on our side in some capacity.
When you're dealing with the denizens of the lower plains, as much knowledge as you possibly can is probably for the best.
Yes, I am inclined to agree there.
And Theron mentioned he worked for a repository of knowledge. We thought you might be able to help us.
I think I very well may. I will do what I can and, send word. Is there anything else?
No, that's all, but I heard this... We're finally opening to the public soon.
Yes. About a month out. Not very excited about it myself, if I'm being honest, but... You know how that sort of thing goes.
Trying to make as many friends as possible. I get it.
Yes, and it is important to our mission to make sure that, well, knowledge is accessible to all who need it, so within reason they will be allowed to come seek knowledge under our watch.
Do you accept donations
Assistance.
of knowledge? I mean,
Yes, always. All knowledge has a place here.
I come from a society where we don't write that much down, but what I know, I will pen when I can, and I will bring it here.
Wonderful. We greatly appreciate it. Now,
I'll be sure to proofread it for you.
Please,
I'll be-
horrible handwriting. Believe my Ranvi, my teacher, said I had doctor's handwriting. I had no idea what she meant.
well, you'd be amazed the quality of penmanship we come across in this establishment, so I'm sure it will be alright. These old eyes, they're still sharp enough. Now, you're welcome to stay as long as you'd like, but before you leave there, and I would like a word with you in private.
Sure thing.
Is there
Volker, do you mind?
anything about the last battle at Thunderhead here?
I don't know off the top of my head if we have it here, but we do have it available. And if you seek to read up on it, I can add that into the request, and if it's not here, well, I can have something sent quickly.
That would be most appreciated. A list of names of those who perished.
List of names of those who perished, alright.
Don't hold your
I'll
breath,
try.
though, Volkar.
Yeah,
Yes,
I know
might be a-
records, especially in
might be
that
a
time,
rush.
were hard to come by. But if it's possible, just this would be a personal favor to me.
I'll do what I can. Let me make a note.
I believe we had left a couple of years before Thunderhead fell, so
Yes.
any
yes,
records we
indeed.
might have, it wouldn't be from first-hand experiences.
Yes, I'm afraid we didn't quite catch the end of things, but it's possible we have something. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it.
And for the sake of brevity, however long Volkar wishes to stay and whatnot, he's allowed to within, a reasonable time frame, but
I think
As-
he's found his way to BW and is asking about the pig thing because it's been bothering him the entire time.
Man, there's that is a can of worms inside of a landslide of just.
He doesn't understand.
You've asked the right question to this man, and if you don't stop him, he will just keep talking. Turns out it was actually a pet pig that he used to have. And this man is an encyclopedia on every dealing he ever had with this pig. It's incredible. Now, what's amazing is it actually a name never comes up in this. Ever. There's no name given to this pig.
Immediately
says her.
recognizes his mistake.
And he just talks a whole bunch about pigs, and eventually it'll just start to curtail off into weird information about pigs. Just everything.
What have we done?
And back in and actually before I say that, it's horrible because the more excited he gets, he doesn't get higher in pitch, he gets faster and more gravelly, so it becomes incredibly hard to understand him. And as he's just bouncing around the room, not even working anymore, probably fucking up whatever he was working on, his hair just starts going crazy and bouncing all over the place. You understand why Theron cut that one short. But camera cuts back to Lulu's nice, peaceful office. Theron, dear, word came back from the compendium. Apparently, some of us survived when the city was taken. There's no signs of the old city anymore, I know. We didn't find anything in our first few years of searching, but they've been very, very thorough and there hasn't been anything found. But apparently those who survived seem to have traveled west. We're trying to find what might have happened to them, we're not sure. But there might be more of us out there still.
Do you think they're here on this continent?
It's possible. There's only two real places I can imagine they would have gone. One would be here, but the other is... Well, there's been quite a lot of bloodshed in that region since the war itself ended, and one can only imagine what might have befallen them.
I will try to keep an eye out, for sure. It'd be best to bring them home if we can.
I agree. It'd be amazing, and just imagine the things that they've seen, the things that they know. It could be incredible, but there's another thing I wanted to bring up. Keep this to yourself for now. This will be made public soon, but there will be a marquis, as they're calling him, appointed to the city soon. It seems that just having a loose council is been deemed not enough for what might be to come. So central leadership is to be instated shortly. In times of change, we must remain diligent and acutely aware of our surroundings. I'm afraid nobody suddenly appoints leadership without a need. How have you been? How have you traveled? I know you've been seeking answers and
saw a lot of dark things out there in the woods. Those gnolls. I haven't seen anything ritualistic and evil like that since the war. It's been interesting, to say the least. About a week back, an airship passed over with the words "Dear Sentinel" on it. That was particularly strange. I don't know if that's any reference to, well, our sentinels, our order. But did you see anything like that? Hear anything about it?
No, I didn't, haven't heard anything of it. It's I could ask around as always, but
It
Doesn't
could be
sound
nothing,
familiar.
but there's not many groups out there called sentinels that I know about outside of our order.
Many questions.
Far more questions than I've got answers, unfortunately.
These are all good stories start that way. All of them. Many end that way.
I intend to find the answers to a lot of them.
You hear Volkar, Theron, this man, this man knows way too much about pigs. It's making me very uncomfortable.
I better go save him from BW.
Oh, you should have told me he was working right now. I would have let you go much sooner.
You know, if you need to establish anybody as a tour guide, BW might be your man. Just saying.
That is certainly a choice, yes. At least he's passionate.
I'll be back in a couple weeks to check on the information.
I hope it will be much sooner than then, but if you haven't heard from me, please do. I'll keep you in the loop as much as I can.
I think our next job won't take us as far away as it did this time, so I'll be back as soon as I can.
Theron,
Yes.
last we spoke, you said the past was coming up a lot. I see it's still with you.
Yes. When we met this unknown woman, this mother of corruption, I saw Serenia again in the Feywild. She was
Saw
running
her?
from something. Yes. But she didn't look scared. She looked in her element. And she still has that stupid hat.
I was just going to ask about it, but such a young spirit.
Confident
Well,
she's still alive.
I do hope so. I do hope so. Well, go save your poor friends.
Yes. I'll be back soon. Volkar!
You will.
BW, I am so sorry, but me and Volkar have to go. There's an emergency at the birth heart.
As you come out, he's like actually in the process of drawing a diagram of a pig right now. And it's way too detailed. Way too detailed. He's a pretty good artist.
What have I done?
And you escape his grasp.
What is
You
that
asked him
thing?
about the pigs, didn't you?
I didn't mean to. I was just curious about the badge.
There's a reason we bypassed that one. Next time we come
What?
back, just leave.
Oh,
him
what
alone, okay?
What did I do? What did I unleash?
Yep, that is the question. And as the two of you, is there anything
Didn't
else
even
you
notice
want to do
Volkar's gone.
before heading back to the crowbar? Or is that
I think we'll just head straight there.
I think after the pig talk and the last few days, he's ready for that drink.
okay?
If you think that's bad, wait till you see him drink.
Oh, please tell me. Please tell me it involves a pig shot.
Well, let's just say there's a lot of pig information that he knows that he will only reveal when he's drunk, and you don't ever want to hear it.
My God, man. You are far braver than I am.
But don't ever eat anything pig related in his presence. He's vegetarian.
That makes sense.
Let's get back, shall we?
Please.
I'll make a note. He's vegetarian.
Canon.
It's canon. No, it's canon. It's canon. This character was created in that scene. So it's canon now. Okay. Kalis.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about where you went. What you're doing.
So, I proceed to go to the Citadel. I'll make my way up Gregor Square. And I will try to find my way to the Order's Archive of Knowledge. The Horde.
Okay. Off to the Horde you go. Oh, sorry, I think RPG Sounds is doing some weird stuff with my mixes I have made. It's jumbling them all up in weird ways. It's kind of confusing me, but anyway. You find your way to the Horde, and as you enter back into the Reach, you see the welcome, shining bright statue of the Platinum Dragon, the sunlight coming through, creating the dazzling lights from the gem eyes, feeling the warmth over you. And you find yourself at the temple itself. And there are a few of the Night Priests around out front. They salute you and allow you to enter. And as you go in, you see Ruthenius. He's the Dominus of the Night Priests, who is a large, he's a dragonborn male, and he has this weird thing where he is actually red. And as he's been getting older, his scales have kind of been getting more brown. So he's this sort of reddish brown, kind of rusty color right now in his life. And you see he is currently knelt down, eyes closed in front of the central statue inside the temple as well. And he's praying at the moment. And there's a few other individuals, just civilians, who are there for comfort and whatever it is.
I'll actually walk up behind Ruthenius really quickly.
Okay.
And while he's praying, I'll just kind of eye him up. And I'll see. I want to see if he notices me. Just like.
Okay, he's eyes are closed, and about 8 or so seconds after you arrive behind him, you see an eye just kind of peeks open and looks back at you. Interesting arrival.
It's been a hot minute, hasn't it?
Why, yes, my boy, it has.
Oh. Well, I am only here on business, unfortunately. No drinking games this time. So,
Shame.
I will have to say, this is a library trip on my account, so, I will only make this short, but I just wanted to say hi. It's been it's been a short time. Short time meaning long time in this situation, but good to see you, friend.
Good to see you as well, my son. Welcome back.
Well, don't let me interrupt your prayer. Now, you know I was never exactly one for...
It's far too late for that.
Yeah.
If you need
Well,
any assistance, they'll help you inside.
Thank you, Dominus. And I will go and walk into the Horde.
Okay. And, what are you looking for?
So, if it's alright, I'd like to go to the main, archivist, librarian. Whoever's in charge. And I
I'm going to ask for 3 things. I'm going to ask for any information on coordles.
Okay.
Information on recorded celestial beings and angels, particularly underneath the name Miriel, if there is any.
Okay.
And then also, I am going to... going to see if there's anything on warders. Specifically, any recent addition, like any recent introductees to the role of warder.
Okay.
Within like the last 2-3 years, specifically.
So asking about the warders, you kind of get a come on, man, you know that's a little classified. Not
I
really.
understand. Here's the thing. I understand it's classified. However, I do have a buddy of mine who dons the black cloak. So I would like to understand maybe where he was positioned.
Well, afraid we all would love such answers.
Oh shit.
Unfortunately, there are rules for a reason. No, other people might find out through us. Can't have that happen, you know.
I understand. Well, it was worth a try. Well, but
As far as the others, I'll do what I can. Give me a minute.
thank you. And I will just go sit down, kind of twiddle my thumbs. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just wait.
Comes back a few minutes later
Hmm.
and has some various writings on both topics. What you are able to get is just kind of some general stuff on Quaddles. There's really not a whole lot of specific detail, but they were created a long time ago as guardians by some sort of godlike being that no one really has a name or a title for, is not apparently around anymore and hasn't been for who knows how long. There are sort of not so much accounts, but sort of like almost like cryptid, like mythological tellings of them existing still wherever and however they do so, to watch over whatever sort of godly power was left behind from the disappearance or maybe death of whatever god created them. And some weird little tidbits, like apparently they can't lie. Just like a weird, again, kind of like a mythologically told thing. It's kind of hard to tell what might be true and what's just stories. And some musings that they may be immortal, at least live an incredibly long time, but it seems that whatever writings there are were written quite long ago. There's really not a whole bunch.
Well, I guess he should be satisfied with at least what I found here today, so then I will push through the Quaddle bit, and I will now focus on understanding who or what Miriel is.
So Miriel, at least a Miriel that is written of, and in this case is spelled Myrael, and is a Solar, which is a quite powerful angelic or celestial being. She fought in the war. She was one of the ones directly in charge of fighting against Tiamat, actually, on the lower planes while things were happening up here. And it's sort of the way that, like, religious and, if you will, biblical writings talk about angelic beings as being both these things of beauty and grace, but also these horrifying murder machines of power and destruction.
Biblically accurate angels. These terrify me.
She, yeah, again, there's not a whole lot of specific stuff on her, but there is note that she was one of 6 central figures, it seems, that were directly dealing with fighting Tiamat and succeeding. Of course, under Bahamut himself.
Not be a coincidence, can it? Tiamat. Huh. I'm gonna go up to the librarian with the book on Mirael.
Okay.
Anything. There's anything else in this Sola, I would love to be either pointed to. If there's any, academic relationship with any other library, I would love to know. I need to know.
Well, I mean, there is the Cobalt Reserve, which will be opening shortly. Perhaps when they do so, you can inquire further there. That's all I can find at the moment. If you would like us to embark on a more in-depth search, we could.
It's okay, brother. I appreciate it. I agree. I'll just like push the books over to him, but that is all I need for now. And I have to go. But thank you for all the information. And
Be well, my brother.
I'll leave. Yeah.
As you leave, you hear him seeing you go with a familiar prayer that you've heard thousands and thousands of times in your life.
Mm-hmm. And then before I go to Briarheart, I'm going to first drop off a little donation to the nest. 100
Okay.
gold.
Okay.
And then I will proceed. Wait, what time is it roughly?
It's early. It's still before noon.
So
You guys will
I'm
pick up
gonna
in the
go
morning.
to Garrison's office.
Okay. As you are walking your way over there, you see, as you get back to Gregor Square, you see everyone pretty much at attention, mid-salutes. And as you stop, and I assume do the same, you see Emmy Rella herself, accompanied with 5 of the Sanctus Wings, kind of flanking around her, just making her way south out of the reach. You don't really see her around very much, if at all. And after she passes,
Does she look my way? Does she acknowledge?
no,
me?
she just kind of goes on by, but everyone very much is like, boss is here. And as she leaves, everyone kind of relaxes after a second, and that's it. You see that.
Do I see where she goes?
She's just leaving the reach, heading into the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
You creepy little stalker.
No,
Hey,
I'm
this
just
is,
curious.
This is a
if
different one.
Yeah.
For,
No, it's not the
I guess
same.
for everyone else who doesn't know, whatever. I'll describe her, even though no one else is there. She is a very, very large female bronze dragonborn. Just muscular, powerful build, tall, strong brow line and jaw, just a hulk of a woman. And she is wearing a white cloak with a larger insignia of Bahamut than Kalis and pretty much all of the other paladins. And she's a bad bitch. It's about all there is to say about her right now. She's
All of your bosses, so hot ladies.
By the way, this is yeah. For reference, this is like one of my actual bosses.
But
yeah.
Proceeding into the garrison.
Yeah.
You
Good old garrison.
door is shut this time to his office.
I open the door and I walk in.
Okay. As you do, you see he is currently standing up, just kind of looking out the window right now. Oh, Kalis.
Good seeing you.
That's
Well, and I'm gonna sit down.
That's not really
Feet up.
okay. Yeah, it's very familiar of you.
Yeah.
I would
how's it
stop
going
you
on?
if I wasn't quite so flustered myself, but
I'm gonna pick up, a little like tidbit on the desk, and I'm just gonna like toss it somewhere. So that job that you actually ended up giving me with the gnolls, semi-accomplished. Not exactly completed.
I'm
however.
not usually too happy to hear about a semi-accomplished job and see you sitting
Yeah,
back
so
in my
here's the
office.
thing.
So
I can trust you, right? You're kind of my mentor.
I do believe it is one of your sole purposes in life to trust me. Yes.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I'm not often scared about many things. However, it has come to my attention that there may be a cultist problem within our neck of the woods. I'm not speaking about the citadel itself. I'm speaking of kind of Vasselheim and its area. And I was wondering if there would be any information on Numa, because I do not. I'm not exactly. With the information that I've been given by a particular source, I do not feel obliged to mention at this moment in time. He poses a threat, and I don't exactly think that we should let that threat go unabided.
Well, I mean, you must be scared if you're rambling this much. And for the viewers, Garrison Daylor is an arch guardian of the Order of Bahamut, which, whatever, you don't know exactly what that means, but he's above Kalis. He is a large, he's actually a half Goliath, he's early 40s. He looks more human than Goliath, but he's still like 6'9", 265 pounds, just super solid build. He has a whole smattering of tattoos across his body that are actually lined with platinum, and they form a dragon that kind of coils around his whole body and comes up to the mouth is kind of open, like it's about to clamp down over his face. And in the center is also a platinum coin that's embedded into his forehead. He's a scary son of a bitch until he starts talking. But he will still fuck you up. And yeah, he's pretty much on desk duty a lot of the time now, and he hates it. But he sits down kind of heavily. First thing, get your feet off my desk. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. You do it again, I will break your ankles.
Okay, fine. I take my feet off the desk.
Second thing,
kidding,
Numa. I'm gonna need more information. I don't recognize the name offhand. What do you mean?
Some landlord in Fletcher's Eye. Some, I don't know, one of those corrupt bourgeoisie types,
Hey, you looking to get in the real estate? I'm sorry, bedtime
No.
for jokes. I'm sorry.
This is not the time.
I know. I already caught it. Keep talking.
You didn't hear it from me, but there are rumors that he is related in some way to a cult of Lolth. Don't ask me how I know. That is confidential. But I was wondering if we have any means within the order of gathering information on him. Either that being one of the chapters, either making an investigation, or I don't know, or perhaps you, to make this a bit more official and a bit more on the books, you can maybe assign me a mission regarding Numa and his investigation.
Well, so look, you're saying one thing and you're kind of saying the other thing at the same time. I get what you're coming from, but you understand if this goes official, this goes official. And if it goes official, we need information.
I mean, official as in you write it down on paper, but you may not necessarily tell many people about it, if you catch my meaning.
I catch your meaning, and I'm a little bit concerned with what you're asking me to do.
Yeah,
you're not really giving me anything to work with yet. Look, I want to help you.
Okay,
and you just said a name I never wanted to hear again.
Okay, god damn it. There's this woman called the Siren, okay? You have to understand that this is a thing that we don't fuck with. I don't know what she is. This is all, by the way, this is all off the record. I don't want a single thing reported to the Prime Architect. Nothing. Trust me on this. Okay? Between you and me, you've known me long enough. I do my job. But I need you to know that this has to stay with me and my team that I've gathered over these last couple of weeks. If something goes wrong and people, innocent people get harmed out of it, I don't know. We need to stop this somehow. And the only way that I can see this panning out is that we help this thing. I don't know what the fuck she is. This great bitch. I don't know. She wants us
reaches out while you're talking, just kind of grabs you by the face and lifts you up and just looks right in your eyes for about 10 seconds. Kind of leans back in his chair for a second. Alright, look. You do seem pretty shaken up right now, and that's...
I wouldn't ask this of you if I didn't know it in my heart to be the right way forward.
I know. I trust you, okay? How much time do you need?
We have till... It was the 20-something Undalore.
The 8th offhand?
28th?
I think just the 8th, actually. It's pretty early in the month.
That was the 8th? The 8th of
Yeah.
Undalore.
Damn these magical months.
Dates. I hate dates.
Yeah.
I hate dates.
Anyway,
It'll just be 30 days and
month.
12 months.
I know. Why do they have to have 11 months in this fucking weird ass place?
8th. It's the 8th of Undalore.
I can confirm that real quick.
Yeah.
But anyway, keep talking. I'll just say
We have
say
till
what I
the
have it.
we have till the 8th of Undalore, and that's the time period in which she is this woman, this thing, is giving us to complete this task in which her brother is stopped from completing this ritual.
that will, in some way or shape or form, bring back Loth. She gave us this information, I don't know, purely out of spite, maybe. But this is what we have to go on.
Alright, I'm pretty uncomfortable with a lot of the half information, but I get it, alright? I can, you keep this quiet. Keep this from getting messy. I can give you a job that'll send you over that way, alright? A couple weeks, no one will ask any questions, you do what you need to.
Appreciate it.
But, if things get bad, your call, not mine. And it's gotta be that way.
Trust me. I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize your position. Not the order.
I know you wouldn't try to, but life happens, alright? Look, I don't think anyone's gonna pay too much attention to it right now because I've got a couple updates for you as well. There's a lot of shit going on, just around everywhere. Things are going maybe kind of crazy soon. So
anything anything that would actually concern me, or is it just
maybe soon. Regardless, it's still stuff you should know about because it
Okay.
might. That's another thing you need to know with this is there's a chance if some things go a certain direction, we might need to move. So, you should know what's going on. I don't think it would be that soon, but it's possible some things
what do you mean move?
might happen. Well, I'll tell you. So, down Scarleton, you know,
Yeah.
I imagine you know of it.
Yeah, it's a port city, yeah. What about
Yeah, they, their figurehead, Thelma Moore, she's, you know, in charge, but she's not really, she just announced she's no longer going to be doing trade with the Calexis Consortium in Xiphis, down south, Marquette. Reasons don't really matter, but the Consortiums are pretty heavy-hitted, they got very powerful magic available to them, and, well, you see, this is a problem because the Boris family, who actually runs the place, they've, well, they like to trade with the Empire Demos across the sea. Which I've probably heard of some of that. They're pretty vicious. Well,
Yeah.
Kidara, Xiphis, they appear to be discussing an alliance now, so they share maybe a common enemy. Turns out rich people don't really like when you cut off their supply to what keeps them rich. So, you know, the Empire, they're not really one to hold back when threatened. If things progress, we might have Scarleton and Demos and Xiphis and Kidara, and I'm sure other people would love to get their hands on the Empire again. They're not very well loved these days, and the reason this might include us is, Scarleton's not all that far from here, all things considered, and if stuff gets ugly, well, you know, we got shit going down. And I don't think that's a can of worms we really want to open. And while Vasselheim and the Order, you know, we're not particularly involved with anyone, you know, we're loosely, you know, Scarleton, we trade with them, the city does, but trouble is trouble, and if we got all this other stuff going on and whatever shit you just brought in here, you know, bad timing. And a couple other things. Yes, I wish that was it, and it's not. We're gonna be sending some of ours out to Devendal. Try and rebuild a bit pretty soon. Just thought you should...
Garrison, you know that's a bad idea.
I know, but unfortunately some people aren't listening to me right now. And I'm doing what I can to stall it. But it's gonna happen. Especially if there might be, you know, some conflict starting soon. We need something else between us and them. And they're not listening to me. But they're also, Camp Sinclair, they're turning that into a town. Fletcher's Eye, we're sending some people over to, well, not us particular, but the city's sending some others to bolster that and prepare. Because, well, we've got Marquis getting appointed soon for the city.
I haven't heard of this Marquis yet. Who is this? I don't know.
He's one of ours, actually. He's a warder. Yeah. Eleanor Seligal. He's Oblivion Scimitar some time ago. Yeah, I know. It all makes sense, but
It makes sense, yeah.
can't do anything about it, and I'm pretty sure the people of the city are going to be smart enough to know that we're not just putting someone in charge now because we want to. So things might be changing soon. But you have a bit of time to do your thing. I don't expect anything's going to change in the next month. That would be surprising. There's also some shit going on in the Rifle Mist on Doharath. Something about some tribe of Tabaxi and something handing out arcane powers to those who don't really seem to want it. Not sure if it's a who or a what, but there's a lot of stuff going on. The Golden Girls are going to be sent over to take a look at that. Personally, I think we should be handling that ourselves, but no one seems to be listening to me these days.
To be honest, I think there's a bit too much on our plate.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot on everyone's plate right now.
Well, that's a lot of information for one day. I'll get
You're
up.
fucking telling me.
You can send over the mission report for what we discussed today to the Birth Hut. I'll be over there with my group. Anything else? Anything else that's of importance? You can always send a letter. I'm not very hard to find.
Yeah, well, I'll reach out if I have to, but I'm sure you saw Emmy. It's yeah, none too pleased with the state of things around the realm right now. So
She talked
sorry
to
if I'm a little yeah, boy, oh boy, did she fucking talk to me. Yeah, she talked to me. There's a lot, but I've got a lot of paperwork to do now. So thanks for
Understandable.
stopping by. Yeah, glad you're still alive. I'll get that sent over in the morning.
All right.
Cheers, Garrison. By the way, the glasses still look stupid, and I'll leave.
Yeah, if you don't knock on my door next time, I'm gonna knock your fucking ass out.
The glasses still look stupid. Alright, bye-bye.
Okay. And with that, you all find yourselves, unless Kalis has any other musings to do, back at the Golden Crowbar. Oh,
Quick thing.
Yep.
Something quick. On our way back from Jane Milo's thing,
Mhm.
can I stop by and buy more supplies for scribing scrolls on
sure.
our way to the crowbar?
Yeah. How much wood are you looking for?
It's same thing, just 25 worth in supplies to scribe a scroll for 3 more first level spells,
Yeah. Not a problem.
and that's 75 gold.
Yep. Easy enough to do.
It's on our way back to the crowbar.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a detour to head up to the market district, but it's not too far. So after some time, you all find yourselves at the crowbar, and get some tavern sounds going. So the scene is yours as I get this set up.
What time is
I'll
it?
say it's still pretty early. It's probably like, I'd say by the time everyone gets back here, it's like, I don't know, 3 o'clock. You guys got to the city like first thing in the morning.
Okay, how about this time we actually wait until we start drinking?
I'm good on that.
Yeah.
How about this time, and since we all did our own little thing, how about let's recoup, let's reorganize, let's
Mhm.
And
let's
wave
explain.
to the tavern keeper. Can we get some food? It's been a day.
Good idea. So, how did everybody's
Oh, yeah.
little escapade go?
Those Arathis paladins, they don't have a stick up their ass. They have a tree up their ass.
No,
Yeah.
they're kind of dicks, to be honest.
That's safe to say. But
Uh,
we are
they
now
kind-
looking at a free Milo.
Yeah.
Hey, free Milo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Now that your debt is paid off, you gonna stick around, or you?
yeah. What's your dealio?
Good question. Next question.
Next question.
Next question.
Well, I'm not gonna say we gave you a hand, but we kind of did pay off the rest of your debt. So, not as you owe us one, but as a strong suggestion, we would love to have you around.
Also more
Even
money.
though you shoot a net at my ass anytime that you can, I'm offering you an olive branch here as an extension of friendship.
Good gig. Did he pay?
Pay is decent.
This is true.
Isolda, the purveyor of this establishment, comes over. You see her kind of nicely curled, dyed pink hair, kind of bouncing out as she walks over. Food's on the birth heart tonight, and drinks. Go wild. Maybe less wild than last time, but enjoy. And she sets down a first round for everyone, and yeah, heads off, leaves you to your devices.
Let's start drinking. I don't
Well.
care that it's this early.
Maybe I'll wait a bit.
Yeah.
I'll wait a bit.
Yeah.
But how other than the emancipation of dear friend Milo here, how was your little excursion, you two?
I think it went well.
Yeah.
Didn't get any immediate information, but I didn't think we would. But we'll check back in a couple days and see if she.
I also learned things about pigs I did not need to know.
Pigs. What do you mean pigs?
Let's just say, out of all the people he could have met at the reserve, he met the wrong one.
Don't ask me. Don't ask me.
BW just charges in. Is that you said pigs?
Farron, you said pigs!
Oh God, here we go again.
It's happening again. Don't say that word.
Well,
Wins him.
I have some news to report to you guys. So I know I made a promise that did.
The door to the place just comes slamming in suddenly, and as you look up, you see the chosen one, Torrin Zendin, comes limping
Yo!
in, bruised up, beat the fuck up, but with this big shit-eating smile on his face as he some of the other patrons see him come in and just begin cheering for him. He walks on up to the bar, sits down. Isolde already slides over something to him, and he begins loudly going on about just getting back from his first patrol. He starts talking about how he was ambushed by some gnolls and managed to survive to tell the tale. And Derek, you particularly notice he mentions he only managed to survive the encounter after he was left bleeding out on the ground by some strange caravan that happened to be passing by. And brought him back to the city, and now he's good to go, and he's very thankful for the mother's blessings and is looking forward to continuing on his new life. But that's going on in the background as as Kalis talks.
I love it.
I should probably explain the Chosen One. Sorry, they didn't. They don't know the Chosen One.
Oh yeah, we weren't recording then.
So we'll have a full recap of stuff that happened before we started recording and in our first 4 sessions, I think. But there was a particularly nasty fight, one in which Milo almost died in one hit, as in went unconscious and then almost died. There was just insert random NPC here who decided to get involved in the fight and managed to do better than everyone in the entire party and everyone else in the entire encounter. And as such, I let the party create him as the Chosen One, and he is Torin Zendin. They determined that after that he would go on to become a level 1 druid under the Wild Mother himself, or herself, and now he is the Chosen One, and he's an elf male, average build. When they found him, he was wearing some rags and sandals, just freeballing it, trying to get some fruit and tea to go read a book, and instead became a hero. So expect him to show up in the background of the city now, because he's a meme.
And he's now level 3.
Right, I want to know what level he is.
Proceed.
We could have used his help.
Well, as you know, I have a boss. My boss is a boss, and yada 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 yada. But,
My boss, Garrison, he's kind of a mentor figure to me, and I know I said that I wouldn't exactly tell anybody about little dealings with the siren, but I did. I told him. And I basically got myself a little promise that I will receive a quest, basically bringing me near to Fletcher's Eye to basically deal with Numa, or at least investigate Numa and then take care of the cultist threat. My worry is not with basically with the cultists at this point. We have a lot of bigger problems coming up. At least on the continent.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put this, but I don't know if any of you have actually experienced a proper war. But war might be coming, and so I just wanted to let you know that, yeah, let's get a drink. Actually, yeah, never mind.
Let's just start.
Just kind of dropped a bomb on us right there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't know if it's actually gonna happen. It just looks that way to me. There's this empire that's across the sea. We have some... I don't know. It all seems so fucking bonkers. And yes, I said bonkers.
Okay, let's
would I know what empires you're talking about?
Derek, well, yeah, you would. The Empire of Deimos. They have been, over the last, 35 or so years, been expanding rapidly through efficient, almost entirely non-magical based warfare, where they have just been, winning a lot of things that they probably shouldn't be from the outside, and yeah, that's, about the specifics you would know. You certainly haven't been there, but with your dealings with Kidara, you know that the Empire is starting to push boundaries a little close for comfort to the mountains, and Kidara itself is pretty weary of that whole situation.
It just doesn't seem...
Right where my caravan's going.
Yeah. I feel for your caravan.
by the
Give
way.
him a heads up about that then.
Yeah, I will. But someplace more secluded if this is not supposed to get out.
I just don't know what we should focus on at this point. An existential threat or
No.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they'll look at
Nothing we
the threat
can do
and
about the
not face-
existential threat, though.
Yeah.
No, well, not yet, at least.
Survive.
I'll just let you guys know that you guys. I'm assuming you guys have heard of the Marquis that's coming to Vasselheim.
I
Kind
have.
of
Nope.
No. Well, there is a political figure that is making his making his presence known, and he is going to basically take charge in the city. I don't exactly know how and what capacity, but he will take a leading role in deciding the future of the city in the next coming years.
Why?
Would this person be bad?
So this person is from the Order.
Kalis, you would know, you haven't heard his name in a while. He's been a warder for quite some time. He has an outstanding reputation. Of course, those who become warders pretty much all the time do, but he's held in very high regard.
He is a warder of the Order, no pun intended. No, for the rhyme, I mean, you know.
So the Order of Bahamut is getting political.
It, at least, I don't know. It feels that way.
Does this
At least,
feel like a power grab?
at least some of the chapters. I don't know. Maybe there's some schism. I don't know. Maybe there's a schism building in the Order, some fractures, but it is difficult to see at this point. But I don't like where this is heading.
I hate politicians. There is a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, but he does have an outstanding reputation amongst the Order, so I can't judge him yet. But I don't trust paladins who attempt to play politics. It's not exactly our game to play. Never has been. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know.
I think it'd be counterintuitive, because what if they have to do something that goes against their order?
Well, I don't know. It's a strange situation we found ourselves in.
What's today's date?
Today would be the 22nd of Dulahay.
Wallahay.
How close are we to Misuthar?
Let me consult the calendar. I did not make it. I don't have it memorized. Quite a while. That was last month.
Well,
So never mind.
but I understand that we all have our own goals, our own agendas, our own things that we seek. But I think we all share the same home at this point.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't.
Right now, I don't think there's a lot we can do about the political situation.
No, I understand we can't, but I'm just letting you guys know that it might have to come to blows at some point, and so I just want to let you know that it is.
We might have to pick our allies and pick our sides very carefully.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, I am not. There are members in the Order that I don't necessarily agree with. Some certain sects, some the way they go about business. But I think my chapter would fully be on my side, so I don't know if there's some infighting that would take place, but I would thoroughly enjoy you guys as friends and companions in this fight. But I leave that to you to decide. Yeah. But first and foremost, I think we take care of this spider bitch.
I agree. I
Agreed.
think the cult should be our main concern right now.
Yeah.
We're in this together, like it or not.
Yeah. I just don't like the fact that we have it feels like we have so many enemies.
We'll see when the Marquis arrives. He can't be, maybe he'll bring some good changes.
Maybe.
You never know.
But when has Vasselheim ever been controlled by one man?
You know what they say about politicians? They announce they're running, and you flip a coin to see if they're corrupt or not.
Well,
And Volkar flips a gold piece.
Well, I guess we shall see. We shall see. But on to drinks, I guess.
Before we get too sloshed, were you able to stop by the library?
We were.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Ugh. I completely forgot after all of this fucking true political nonsense. Thank you. Yes, I did find the information about the coatls. They do turn out to be celestial beings, guardian figures, created by some kind of deity. Not exactly sure where that deity came from or went. There's no specifics on that as of yet. But they are noted to be most likely immortal. And I'll just like keep reciting the information that I basically read from the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Celestial is interesting.
Well, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
It's like it cast additionally cleric spells.
I mean, I think it would be wise for you to delve further into the origins of these coatls. Because a deity in which we do not know anything about that created some type of fantastical creature. Now that is something interesting. If I do say
Created
so
a
myself.
guardian creature.
Exactly.
There's nothing else at your library?
Unfortunately, not. We are not exactly as academically sound as the Cobalt Soul, but we do have some books, but not to the degree that the Cobalt Soul has. So, if you have not already, I would suggest that you look it up with them. And if you already have, then I don't know where else to go for future reference.
Yeah. Hey, Theron, what's up?
We already have. Thankfully, we already have the elder, who, by the way, is the most lovely lady I've ever met. She
You
is.
sent us any food this time.
The tea was phenomenal.
I must try it. Hey,
But
Theron, do
we
you think
also-
you could help me out?
We can go see her sometime, sure.
Okay.
I'm supposed to go back there in a couple days anyways to see if she finds any answers on this.
Okay, well, do you mind if I join you next time?
Sure.
Sorry, I just hear my cat in the background just doing I don't know what behind the curtain, just knocking a bunch of shit over. So it's just all boxes, empty boxes back there, but she's something. Anyway, continue.
How soon do we want to tackle this Lord Numa and the cult? I know we have a couple weeks, but
I mean, we do have that. I mean, Mecca wanted us to deal with something in the swamp, no?
yeah.
We also have to go to the pits to find this orb.
That's also true.
I say we go to the swamp first, hear what the crazy lunatic scientists have to say.
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
What could go
I mean,
wrong in the
hopefully,
swamp?
yeah, hopefully it won't take so long.
And then I say we go to the pits and find this mysterious orb. Or by then, hopefully, after we've dealt with them, we have heard back from Lulu's contacts. And she can give us a little bit more insight into our spider bitch.
This spider bitch.
I'm about to just name this episode bitches.
There's been a lot of bitches.
There's been a lot. There's been a lot.
She
You
knows
got
what she
great
did.
bitch. You got great dick.
Oh, God.
Well, that's the name. Great bitch and great dick.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
Well,
What, no one wants to talk about their feelings right now? Come on.
Yeah.
Cheers to
We're drinking them off.
Who wants to talk about their visions from that great bitch?
We want to talk about visions now, do we? I'm not starting. Someone else can talk.
I am
Really?
entirely too sober to discuss something like that.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Okay.
I'm on my third cup.
I'm
Almost
gonna
that
go in.
begins.
Actually, I wanted to go and see if that ale had arrived from our first conch.
That's right.
Okay. How would you like to, how are you checking on this?
I'm going up to the barmaid. Like, listen, a barrel should have arrived for me, special delivery.
For you? I can go check. Let me see.
I slip her a silver.
She, definitely pockets it, as she turns. About 45 seconds later, she comes back out through the kind of swinging double doors to the kitchen. Yes, there does in fact seem to be a delivery. If I bring it out now, I'm afraid you'll probably be harassed by some of the others. If you deal with it if you want to, I mean, you can certainly have some of it. If you want me to bring it out, we can do so.
The chosen one himself is here.
And just cheers just go wild throughout the room. There's only like 15 people here, but it's it's a pretty good.
My
it's a pretty
friend
good cheer.
tonight, drinks are on me. And
Don't say that.
the barrel comes out.
Yep. There's a large half-orc woman who you haven't seen, who works back in the kitchen, who comes out about 2 minutes later. It's just this big-ass barrel and just puts it down not too far from your table. And people are loving this.
And this is how happy hour was invented.
Can I tap it?
It's yeah. It's pretty
He
good.
takes like the spout. He plunges, takes his warhammer's like. I think we all really need this.
Nice little bit of electricity crackles into it, and yeah, it's pretty damn good stuff. Definitely made by farmers for farmers, sort of thing. It's pretty strong. Not too many other properties to it beside that, but it's pretty solid. And there are drinks. I don't know. People have more things to talk about, more things to play out throughout the evening, but scene is still in your hands.
I don't know about you guys, But I could definitely go for a game of... What the fuck is up with that?
You sick bastard.
All right.
We didn't
don't
play
know.
last time. Could a new game?
I mean, if you'd like to suggest a new game, then I'd be all ears.
We'll play anytime Kayla says something stupid, we drink.
You guys would be
So every time.
drunk.
I have
before
two
I
other games
say
in
it.
mind.
Shoot. Hit us.
You got a Never Have I Ever
Okay.
and Two Truths and a Lie.
Ooh.
How about combine them
Okay.
somehow?
Oh god, this is gonna be fun.
Sure.
Unless we combine all three games into one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with Never Have I Ever?
Lie.
Yeah, something else. I mean, I am for whatever. I'm just here to get drunk at this point.
We just cut to the chase and talk what we want to talk about. The visions.
You want to know about the visions?
Pretty sure we all know.
Well, would you like to start?
Great, don't want to be.
You were the one who suggested we just get, elaborate them right out the gate, so...
I was still at the fortress.
Okay.
I saw it. I saw the last defense of the fortress. I saw the thousands of spiderkin descend upon them. I saw them cut the bridges. And it wasn't like I was watching from afar. It wasn't like a vision, it was more of a memory. Like, I was there beside them, like I'd been there before. This is where I was I watched him fall. I watched him strike that bitch down. I think it was a warning of what's to come. What happens if we don't stop the brother. That's what the fuck was up with that. God, that's horrible. That is amazing.
Well,
Where the place I saw was. It was a kind of desert. There was ocean and mountains. And it wasn't me. I wasn't myself, but it was someone else's voice speaking. And they were knocking on this big metal door, begging to be let in. And they were denied. And then when they looked up, I was on an airship. Looking down, I felt comfortable in a space that was familiar. And I think I didn't see a face, but I knew my mother was next to me. And when I looked down, I saw this person, and I felt nothing but just pure rage and hatred. And now I'm kind of scared I might have been a bad person before. But I still need to find more information.
Your dreams, your visions, do they often come back to this airship?
I guess so. I used to live in one, so it kind of makes sense. On
And
the
you have
ground.
no idea what happened to this airship? Where it's at now?
I know exactly where it's at. In the Feyland. Crashed.
Are you the only survivor?
that I know of, yes. But I wasn't alone. My family was there, and a couple others. But that's all I really know.
Sounds like you need to return there sometime. Maybe it'll jog your memory.
I have a feeling we're probably going to make a few more pit stops. If we have to go to the pits and all.
Well,
Give you the ground tour. I haven't been there in a long time. Long time is in a couple months, but long time to me.
I'm sure we'll make our way out there sometime. We were quite close to it when we were at Camp Sinclair.
Yeah, especially in Kamengo. I remember Kamengo from when I passed through it the first time. I wasn't exactly coherent then, but it was the closest I've been to it. I've been hiding in the city. It was Lila's idea, but it's been working, and I don't know what the people who are looking for me want, but I don't think I want to know. Anyways, next.
Both your dreams were... Would you say they were more... scary?
Oh, I was terrified.
Yeah,
Yours, Derek, was yours terrifying as well? My dream was, it wasn't terrifying. It was soothing. I'm just wondering if I'm the only one that didn't have anything terrifying come out of that whole ordeal.
I am with you on that one. My dream was just, nothing crazy, just about someone kind of forgotten, but she was here, Vasselheim. It was just surprising, and I was just like, thinking about it now, the best memory out here. It wasn't anything crazy or terrifying like you guys, but definitely something I just had forgotten, and now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should look into it a little bit.
That person, did you know who it was? Did you recognize
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, I did. No, but yeah, something I should probably look into.
Yes, in my dreams, I was back home on the compendium, and a familiar voice had been telling me I was entering a new era, that I was ready to set out. But when I turned around, I didn't really recognize who they were. I couldn't see who they were. It was bizarre, not terrifying, just bizarre.
and you, Kalis, care to share with the class?
Oh, I can go next if you want to hold off.
Please. I'll, yeah.
Okay. Mine, I just remember it was dark. I couldn't move or speak. And I remember this hissing sound and something slithering up my leg. I also heard a caravan being attacked. I heard screams. Recognizes my family and friends at the caravan. At the same time, I couldn't move. I couldn't say anything. And this thing just kept slithering up my leg. Then suddenly, light started bursting out of me. Like some kind of radiant energy or light. It was like burning, but didn't really hurt. And that's all I remember. I'm not really sure how to feel about it. It's because these abilities mine. I feel like they're supposed to help my caravan, but at the same time, they're what caused my caravan to be attacked in the first place.
Is that why you left?
Yeah, they were specifically after me.
That was a fun day.
And Volcar was there too.
Oh,
He knocked this like wolf and it like flew back 10 feet. It was awesome.
And the wolf turned into a dwarf.
Yeah.
It was like
And that dwarf had information about me.
knew everything about you.
Yeah.
is this dwarf still alive?
Oh no,
no.
No, very dead, very, very dead.
Yeah, he.
My job before joining our lovely band was to protect the caravans. It was good pay.
So these pursuers, they're all dead. No one's after you anymore.
Oh,
For now.
the ones that after me, but someone hired them to get to me. Specifically, my blood.
Oh,
He said
Wish I'd
it was
known
pretty much
that.
dead or alive. There was
it would
no
have been nice to know a
other.
couple of weeks ago when we first started adventuring that we had assassins on our tails, but I'm glad you shared that now. Darren
No,
just takes
I-
a big swig, processing that information.
Regardless, I don't know. Maybe the whole point of the attack was just to dislodge me from the caravan, which it worked.
Not really. If they couldn't take on your caravan with, you and Volcar, I can't imagine they'll have much better success when they tackle the rest of us.
Well, we're gonna murder them.
Yeah. Plus, it wasn't just me and Volcar. The whole caravan pretty much fought back on them.
Yeah. We, what was the word? Pulped them.
Yeah.
Guess we'll keep an eye out. I don't think they're going to try anything here in the city.
No.
That being said, though, probably
It's
best.
just. It's hard because there's no information on who sent them.
Well, you best keep an eye out then.
Yeah.
What about you, Kalis?
You all have such interesting dreams. I feel like I have to
I take a what's it called? A stein, his stein, fill it up to the brim.
It's not exactly an interesting dream. Have you ever heard of the have any of you heard of the disappearance of Devendal?
History check.
Derek and Volcar, you definitely have.
Oh, we have?
We have.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Devendal was another town to the south, between Vasselheim and there's another town called Sunderborn, which is kind of just at the very northern tip of the desert on the bottom half of the continent. There was another town that was still pretty small, not that long ago, that was pretty suddenly, under very mysterious circumstances, just massacred, destroyed, burned overnight. Yeah, just kind of a thing you've heard about in passing. Derek, you would have actually been to Devendal previously, before it had been destroyed. It was just a small little place, not really. You'd usually just stop and sleep, get some food if you needed it there. But yeah, it was just kind of randomly destroyed a little bit ago.
I mean,
I
we know. I know it.
I've been there a few times, just mostly a stopover.
yeah, it's not exactly a
Important.
I wouldn't say that, but it's not exactly the place of life it was supposed to be. I was sent with a partner, with my partner in the order to inspect to inspect the disappearances that were occurring and the murders that were taking place. Within my dream, I came across the town and it was destroyed as we found it. We encountered a shadowy figure in my dream. Well, more so me. My partner actually was not there, strangely enough. But there was some shadowy figure. I don't exactly know what it was. But then again, I have a feeling. I feel like it felt too familiar for it not to be that thing. And then I point up to my scar. It gave me this, most likely. At least that's what I think it was. And so apparently, I heard some elf in the dream. Some elven man stuck under a cart, and he yelled out for help. And so, being the virtuous paladin that I am, I run to save him. Even though he was impaled on the ground, and most likely he was probably going to die anyways from his wounds, I tried to save him. And as I rushed for him, that shadowy figure also rushed towards me. And then from my side, I peer out, and I see where my blue cloak once was, there is now a black cloak, and I have no idea what that means to me. And that was
Symbol
it.
on the cloak?
Nope, just a black cloak. And that was it.
You know who also has black cloaks?
Who?
Those dark-looking motherfuckers who are trailing behind your girlfriend.
They actually don't have black cloaks, ironically enough. No, they actually have blue cloaks like the rest of us. But now that you mention it, the warders have black cloaks, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means for me because I'm no warder. They are different. They are different beasts of men. I could not compare.
Makes them different.
There's a rumor that they get chosen for some heroic deed that they do, you know, as a knight does on his quests to save people or to vanquish evil. And they get promoted, if you will, to kind of a secret sect of the order. The Marquis, the one who's coming in here, he's one of those men, or at least was one of those men. The reason why they're so powerful, or the rumor about them, is because they have some type of power imbued in them by the Prime Architect, which is the head of our order. They have some
Prime
Architect.
Okay.
Prime Architect. No, not Prime Arch. They
Games Workshop, please don't sue
Nope.
us.
Nope,
Yeah.
nope. We don't fuck with Games Workshop.
they I don't know what it is. It's only a rumor, but they are definitely an edge above normal paladins. But I don't know what that meant in the dream. A black cloak, because I'm no warder. I don't know what that means.
Maybe you will be.
It unlikely.
Do enough rogue deeds, we'll see.
My best friend is a warder. I don't know where he is. He was sent away.
Is this
I
your
would love-
partner?
No. I'll pull out my prayer book and I'll toss it into the middle of the table.
Is this your special book where you keep your porn?
Flip to a page, take a look. Anybody, flip to a page.
I'll pick it up and open it halfway.
Okay, I'll roll. Okay. So, are you gonna read it?
Yeah.
There's writing on the page. So,
Is it in Elvish?
it's not in Elvish.
The common?
It is in common.
Oh.
There are many bloody fingerprints on it, kind of like a smear of blood across it. And at the very top, it says, "Dear Juniper, I'm sorry it had to be this way. I never meant for you to go so soon. All my heart belonged to you. It was never supposed to be this way. He took you from me. He took you from us all. And one day, I will kill him." And that's it.
I'm assuming you're very close to this Juniper.
I was. She was my partner. We went on missions together.
Just missions.
It was just missions. We were just friends.
And she's gone.
And she's gone. She was killed by that thing, that creature which destroyed Devendal. And then I'll kind of point out I'll bring it out, my amulet, which is bent, like you can't see like char marks. It's kind of like, it's all fucked up. This is actually hers. It's not mine. My amulet is actually not with me anymore. It's gone. It was taken by that
Creature.
by that fiend. I don't know what. Yeah. Maybe a trophy of some sick. I don't know.
I don't know. If it was collecting amulets, then it was probably
It
keeping
feels
track
like
of how many paladins it was killing.
maybe. But I couldn't even give her a burial. She was she just disappeared through a flash of radiant light, as I might put it, by a familiar figure that I've seen too many times before and I know too little about.
What figure?
If I may confirm,
the figure that I'm thinking of is Miriel, right? The one that I... Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
There's an angel, if you will, a guardian angel. I don't know what she is. She has appeared to me in dreams before. She has appeared to me when I'm at my lowest, when I need help. And she took Juniper away from me. She took her, I'm guessing, to some golden halls in the sky. I don't know, probably with Bahamut or whatever, but it would have been nice to send her off my way.
This angel, the female half of when we clashed, that creature. You think that was her?
It's not that I think it was her, I know it was her. It's a familiar feeling that I always get when she's there. It's some kind of love that I just never felt before. Some kind of warmth. But it is only fleeting. And it goes away. But yes, I think it was her.
Took half of her at least. Took on a visage of cord.
Well, I don't know what that dream was. Maybe it was some... I don't know. But that prayer book, that was Juniper's, and I have made it my goal to write in it every day, to one day give it back to her, to tell her of all the things that she has missed.
I will say this. I have questions for that bird. I think you do too.
I do, but it's unfortunate that we have bigger problems.
Find her. Eventually.
Hopefully.
I have some very loud questions.
Anyways, I close the prayer book and hand it back to him.
Put it away.
Derek, is there any chance you can read Elvish?
No.
Okay.
By the way, I turn to Theron and I say, I think it's time for me to tell you the truth. I just wanted to learn Elvish so I could write to her in Elvish. That's really it. She was a half-elf. So I thought it would be, I don't know,
No, I get it.
a gesture of I don't know, showing that I cared in some way.
Way to connect. I get it.
And
If
I'd
you
still
wanna-
love to learn if that's possible.
Sure. Every night, 2 hours, I'll teach you.
I appreciate it.
Wow.
Wow, this turned out really depressing, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quote you 3.5 hours
I didn't wanna
ago.
say that.
Let's have a nice lighthearted session. Oopsies.
What? Trauma.
Someone.
It kind of worked out because
Faster.
RPG Sounds seems to be stuck on my dramatic music page, so I can't get. I've been trying to get rid of the tavern sounds in the background for all of this, and I can't. I'm powerless. So drama's the theme for now.
Well, we have a day and a half to kill, so why don't we just drink, rest up.
Yeah.
Here's to drinking.
Tomorrow we'll resupply and get some other small things done, huh?
Yeah, that's a It's a
I'm
good
gonna
idea.
spend a day to scrap a scroll, so.
Okay.
Grabbing takes a while.
Does take a while. As
That's
the
fine by
night, it's still on the early side to say the least, but you've been in here for some time now. There any other things any of you wish to accomplish or detail before finding your way up to your rooms, which are also covered by the birth heart? Anything?
I think I will disclose that for some reason I don't know, but apparently Lila saw snippets of all of us in these visions. I mean, what she saw of me was different than what I saw in the vision, but
I
she
had
saw a bit
feeling.
of all of us and then a bit of herself, but I didn't make it.
I need to talk to her at one point. She mentioned the man or that thing with that killed Juniper.
We could see her. The temple's not too far.
That thing she did with the dead scouts, that was interesting.
Useful.
Dead people to jam.
Very
That's
unique woman.
sacrilegious, but eh.
I think she knows better than most what's sacrilegious and what's not when it comes to the dead.
Oh, that was out of character.
Oh.
But yeah. You can always go talk to her if you want to know more.
Yeah. You said that she saw something different from you, right?
Yeah. Not what I saw, but similar to something I've seen before. With some new bits, but
Well, honestly, it's really early to the point where she may even come to us in a couple hours if we stay here the
Give
whole
it
night.
give it a bit.
Well,
she's just on a shift right now. Sure, when she's off, she'll come for a drink.
And on the note of that, it is fairly late. I'm good to keep going. I know usually someone's got to cut out around midnight, but if you're all good to keep going a little bit more, we can go in a bit, or we can wrap up here. It's up to everyone.
I'm good.
I actually have to cut out. Sorry.
That's fine.
Ah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's why I'm asking. Figured it's a pretty decent stopping point. So I will, Mikey. I will give you the choice. We can stop here, or if you need to cut out, you can cut out. They can go talk to Lila. We can wrap up after that.
Also need to cut out just because I have to be up at a reasonable time or.
Okay, that's fine then. Well, that will be where we stop then. So as you are all, those of you who have been drinking probably a decent bit. Maybe we'll accelerate that rate in the near future to cope with the dour mood that's been set. Thanks, Kalis. Thanks.
Thank you, Kalis.
Started with your story.
Good
geez.
name.
Yeah, right?
Mine
My
wasn't
God.
even.
He wanted to keep it
Next
to the
episode,
end.
drinking songs.
I was so
first.
I was so happy that his was
the
last. So happy that his was last. I was
I
just
was
waiting
gonna
for
start
it.
belting freaking drinking songs. I swear to God.
Well,
Prime Architects.
Yes, actually, Prime Architect, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
there are 20 legions, right?
25.
25 legions.
25
Well, are these-
chapters.
Okay.
We have
25 chapters.
Anyway,
Each has
don't
its own
don't scrutinize me.
prime architect. They
Thank
were
you everyone who's
all
been watching.
sons of the
We are
head
gonna
prime
wrap this up, and we will
Thank
catch you next
you.
week.
Bye.
So have a wonderful
Oh,
night,
no.
and
There's gonna be a Horus Heresy in this here.
no.
you.